Welcome in, guys. How about tap the screen? How about, you guys hit that line. We're going to reset that. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's get rocking and rolling. Let's have another night like last night. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Stop trying to encourage me to buy stuff, Matthew.
All right, let's go. Barbecue. Okay, that's working. We're good there. Excellent. Drop the kids off, Manda. That's fine. Feel free. Brewback. He's an artist. Pioneer. Becca, this is off of Donald Fagen's first solo album. The album is called The Night Fly, and this song is called The New Frontier. This whole album is fucking fantastic. I strongly recommend that if you guys haven't heard it, that you consider taking a listen to it, especially if you're into Steely Dan, if you're a fan of Steely Dan. This album is like it might as well be kind of a bit of a continuation of some of the Steely Dan stuff, basically. So, but it is solo uh, Donald Fagen. But he has so many fucking killer studio musicians on this album. Walter Becker, I think, plays on at least one or two tracks. So the album is The Night Fly. Steely Dan stole from Horace Silver. I mean, I mean, they're jazz rock fusion. I mean, they borrowed from a lot of jazz guys. I mean, I don't know about stole. I don't know about that. I don't know, it's a little harsh, but okay. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, you're breaking up. Can barely hear you. Couldn't hear what you just said.
Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter.
Your phone is terrible. I think you might need to call back. Also, you've got an echo.
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
How old are you, and what state are you in?
I'm 25 from New York.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Well, why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
I support him because it makes libs like you complain every day and make money.
Oh, okay, cool. And hey, real quick, what year were you born?
I was born in 2000. I'll be 26 come September. Now let's get on with it.
Yeah, whatever, kid. By the way, you called yesterday, and I was just entertaining you for a minute because I recognized your number. Pro tip, if you're going to try that again, you should have gotten a different number, you moron. All right, let's see here. Stallion, we're not accepting you. You're racist and you slur. Go away. Find someone else to bring you up on their live. Also, you're fucking stupid. I loved Charlie Kirk. Hello. Are you a Trump supporter?
I am.
Okay, how old are you and what state?
I'm 24 from New Jersey.
Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
Because I like what he's doing with DEI.
He's not doing anything right now with DEI. I'm saying
I like what he supports.
Like what he. I'm asking you what is he doing right now that you like? What is he doing?
I like that he thinks it's a bad thing.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to have a conversation about current events. So I'm asking you, if you support Donald Trump, what are the things specifically that he is actually doing that you support?
Oh, well, I mean, if he were here, he'd probably ask you to play 1,000 Miles. Can I request that song?
I think, sorry,
There we go.
sorry,
Nice.
Cupcake. I'd just like to explain to you, doing indicates that you need to give us a verb, an action, something, not something that he thinks.
Erika, it doesn't matter. He's one of the TPA people.
Of course he is.
Yeah,
you know
it's
that.
fine. I know, because it's fine. It's all right, bud. It's fine. Did one of them send you to like come over here and convince me to go over to like his live or something like that? Because you guys are desperate for people. Sure, but whatever. Anyways, I don't have time for that stuff tonight. I'm bored.
I like him because he has thoughts.
He has thoughts.
Allegedly.
Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hey. Say good?
I said, hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
I mean, a little bit. I was just calling to say...
Welcome in, Manda Raiders. Welcome in, Manda Raid. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you very much for coming in to hang out with us. Stallion, I know you keep requesting, and I know that you don't understand this because you're not all that bright, kiddo. So I'll try to help you out. I'm not gonna bring you up because you say slurs. Those will get my live taken down. Also, you're stupid as fuck. And debating you feels like stealing candy from children. So, we've got Nemo and Manda real quick. Manda, I'm just going to, if you don't mind, I'm just going to bring you up for a second because I don't want to overload the panel. But I wanted to say thank you again for bringing folks in. I appreciate you again.
I just want to drop off my kids really quick. Make them kind of follow me in here. I'm not
No,
I'm
that's
not
okay.
trying to debate any more MAGA tonight.
I totally get that. I appreciate it. No, it's I've noticed one of those things I've noticed that like people, like if I get more than two other people up here, it's like they like fucking shut down with
Yeah.
me, at least with me. That's how they are.
Yeah,
So,
no, absolutely. Same.
they're a little bit afraid these days. So
They are.
but that's cool. But are you actually? Here's the thing, though. You told us last night that you were actually maybe going to try to like reset your schedule. Are you actually going to try to get some fucking sleep?
I am. Yeah. I'm gonna try to pull an anti-Nemo and actually sleep sometimes.
I would like to. I mean. I would like to say that I would also do that, except I'm terrible at that as well. So I would be like the worst person to actually. I would be the worst person to be like, I hold you to task on that, or like anybody, because I'm the fucking worst about it also. So, yeah, fuck that.
I I just figured. I know you go live from like Sunday to Thursday, and you start about 9 p.m. my time. And I really want to kind of try to make my schedule more conducive to all of our followers because we share a lot where we can kind of share. So as soon as I saw you go on, I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna end mine and I'll just go a little later tomorrow because I know you don't go live tomorrow. Right?
Not in the evening, only in the afternoon.
Yeah,
But I mean, hey, listen, I appreciate that. That's kind of you to offer. And yeah, I'm on with Nemo. We're on Monday to Thursday. If you're Eastern time, it's 10. If you're Central time, like you, it's 9. And then we try to go until around 2 a.m. And then on Fridays, I'm up with Erika in the afternoons, which is loads of fun. So hopefully you guys will join us there. But then now you guys know that Amanda's going to get started tomorrow night and get rocking and rolling. And so that'll be probably, there's a good chance that you're going to see our buddy Nemo over there as well. So now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Go Joe, as they say. So.
Well, guys, I'm gonna hop down. I just wanted to drop off my kids. Y'all tap Matt up. Let's get him to 100,000 likes in the next 5 minutes. I think you guys can do it. I believe in you. So, also, I don't know what your gift goals are. Oh, you need to.
I'm literally as we're talking. I'm trying. I'm like, I was like, I'm like, what are we gonna like? I hate the fact that they redid this, and now it's like everything is out of order. Like everything used to be in like somewhat numerical order, and now it's all, I don't know. I hate when they it's like you finally get something figured out in this shit, and then it's all fucked up. Oh, and also, there was some. I'll message you on Discord. There was something. There's a camera setting thing that apparently I can't do in Studio on Mac. But I was going to try to do it like you because when I was in your live the other day, I was like, that thing. And then someone else reminded me of it because we had a problem the other night, and I can't do it, which is shitty.
The no dinglings. Yep.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, W's for Amanda rating us 2 nights in a row, and for Amanda hanging out last night. We had a good time. We had a lot of fun. So I'm glad. We had a lot of fun, but now I'm going to force you to go get some fucking sleep. So go now. I mean it. Go be, because parent to parent, we both know that you need some fucking sleep.
I do.
Go.
All right, guys. I appreciate you. Bye, guys.
All right, bye, friend. Later. Thank you, Amanda Raiders, and also thank you, Great Scott Raiders. Great Scott.
Yeah, I was asked to say by someone called Judy in the comments. I don't know who that is. But I was asked to say Great Scott Raid to you.
Yes.
So
1.21 gigawatts. They were watching in Crystal's Discord. They had a Back to the Future watch party, and I hopped in for a little while, and I was just like, I was I was
Were you typing the words along with the movie? I know, I fucking knew it.
not just me. There were other people doing it too.
Matt knows this, and some of you will know this. I last year in October went to the Royal Albert Hall and watched Back to the Future. And who's the composer? Stephen
Alan Silvestri.
Oh no, that's it, Alan Silvestri. He was there and he introduced the movie, and then the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra play the soundtrack along. So they basically take not Huey Lewis and the News; they were still on the movie, but they take the orchestral soundtrack off and they play it live. So if you happen to be in London, they do this throughout the year where the Royal Philharmonic. So they do one weekend where they do all of the Lord of the Rings films, for example. So from Friday to Monday, you can go see one a day every day. But that's a serious time commitment. That's like a 9-hour plus time commitment if you're going to do all 3 Lord of the Rings movies.
Oh yeah, I mean that's crazy. But they do stuff like that here too. I know they do that with the Boston Pops. You can see that at the Hollywood Bowl. Like there's a bunch of different places here that do that too. So if you guys are interested and you're not going to be in London, there's a number of other live orchestral movie screening type things that you can do. So I would strongly recommend. It is a delight. I sent this to our friend Gentle Fist earlier because and this is why I was thinking about the Night Fly because I had mentioned to him that this is the second track on the Night Fly. It's called Green Flower Street, and there is this one part in it. It is this is the bridge. But I want you guys to listen. If you know Back to the Future, there's this one musical bit coming up in just a second, and I've wondered for fucking ever if Alan Silvestri stole it. Right, it's coming up right here. Get ready. What do you think, Erika?
Yeah. That happens a few times in the movie, doesn't it?
And the line is 1,000 years go by. I was like,
yeah.
And I'm like, man, that is like, oh, Biff is not only MAGA. They modeled 1985 Biff in the bad timeline after Donald Trump. You guys know that's for fucking real. That's real.
Where because he owns a casino, doesn't he?
And a hotel and casino, yeah. And the whole and everything's like gold and the whole 9 yards. Oh, that's real. You can. Robert Zemeckis was like, yeah, that's. And they said that years ago. This is long before anything now. So, anyways, guys, Nemo's here. We've got Erika for God knows how long until she decides to be tired. But
not a long time today.
All right, just a fun time. But we'll have Erika tomorrow afternoon. So while she's here, please take care of her. Please make sure that you're taking care of Nemo. In addition to, I appreciate you hitting that live goal. I will reset it, but make sure that you are doing the equal amount for him. That really helps us push out to the FYP. Also, help out with links in our bios if you'd like to offer additional support. If you have messages for us to read off, all of us have those. And then if you're over on the tube, you can find links in the description. Yeah, good times. So, all right, 5, hello. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yo, hello, can you hear me?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you? What state are you in?
18, New York.
Okay, why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
Because, he just helps with our military. He makes our military super strong, and I feel super protected in this country.
He makes the military super strong.
Like he helped
super
rebuild the military. He helped, he just had a good leadership in our military.
he got 18 service members killed in a war of choice and depleted our stockpiles in that region for war. Which, I mean, given the tensions with China, it's probably a really dumb idea to do that. Not to mention we were already supporting Ukraine. So I don't know, man. That sounds like a really dog shit
Well,
usage of the military.
it's just like he's helped like just ever since he was president, like we got new weapons and aircraft like the
New
B-21.
weapons and aircraft.
I said new weapons and aircraft.
Okay. So the new weapons that you're referring to, I'm actually a nerd with this. So you're talking about the B-21 Raider and you're talking about the F-47. I don't think that they've given it a call sign yet, but I think Phoenix might be it. So those weapons platforms were under development since the Obama administration.
Actually.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, just I'm not the most educated. I try getting more educated and all that. So I'm sorry if I don't know the most.
How long do you think it takes to design, develop, and fund a brand new aircraft?
Probably like a good amount of years.
Well,
Yeah.
is a good amount of years 3 or is it like 100? Where we
5.
5?
No.
10.
No.
15.
Closer to 20.
I
mean, if we're talking about like military aircraft, we're talking about like a fighter type jet, or whether it's a fighter or a multi-role.
I was going to ask you because I don't know a ton. I actually don't know a ton about military aircraft and weaponry, but I bet you know the answer to this. I feel fairly certain that recently I was reading that it took nearly 23 years to develop the F-35 or something like that. It was over 20 years.
Well, I just looked up the Eurofighter Typhoon because I can remember that being talked about when I was a kid, and then it didn't actually come out till like the early 2000s. And I looked it up and they began development in 1983 and launched the aircraft in 2003.
1983? That was fucking forever ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So the F-35, it kicked off in the 90s. The F-22, which it borrows pretty heavily from the F-22 as far as like the tech and shit. So the F-22 came out first. The F-22 development of that started, I think, in the 80s. And it was like God when it was developed. And it didn't officially get unveiled to the public until I think it was 2006, I want to say. So, it's 20-something years. The F-35, it kicks off in the 90s. It gets unveiled. What was it? 20-something another? Shit, I can't remember what year it was. It went into, hold on, 2015.
Real quick, I normally don't do this with breaking news type stuff or different thing. I with different things that aren't like super like immediately important. And this is not super immediately important necessarily, but I just wanted to say that Andy Ogles lost his primary in Tennessee. The guy who said that gay people have no place in America and, quote, Muslims don't belong in American society, he lost his primary. So I just very respectfully would like to say, fuck that guy, and you get what you fucking deserve, you piece of shit. That's all. Sorry.
Who beat him? Was it like, I don't know, some MAGA fuck?
Actually, let me double check.
I
think he was endorsed by Trump.
Who, Ogles? No. I mean, I'm just saying who.
Who beat him? Yeah, no. He lost to Dr. Charlie Hatcher, who is the only other Republican challenger. He was the former Tennessee Commissioner of Agriculture. And the district went from being a likely win for Republicans in November to being solid red in Hatcher's favor due to mid-decade redistricting. Face slim, blah, blah, yeah. So the odds are probably high that Hatcher is going to win. But again, it's another candidate that Trump endorsed that lost. I mean, of course, the best one was the
Which
Michigan, the guy who literally lost to with there was no with his challenger suspended his campaign. We talked about it yesterday.
Perry Johnson.
What's that?
Perry Johnson?
No, damn it. In what was his name? Shit. Oh, Hassan. He's black and he has a
Amir Hassan.
Amir Hassan. Yes, I was gonna. He's black and he has a very definitely Arabic sounding type name, and the guy who ran against him, guys. Okay, so shocker, the guy on the left was the one who was backed by Donald Trump. Okay, that's Amir Hassan. The guy on the right was Tom Smith. Okay, the guy on the left is a Navy vet who is backed by Donald Trump. The guy on the right, Tom Smith, he suspended his campaign, did not run a single fucking ad, and literally didn't file a campaign finance report with the FEC, and he still lost. This was his campaign finance filing with the FEC because he had to file something. This is what he did. He wrote them out like a handwritten note. That guy still beat the Trump-backed,
damn.
Right?
That's like, I mean, winning by default, basically. Like, well, you're all that's left.
Two sweetest words in the English language, default.
How do you lose? How do you lose to nobody? How do you lose to nobody? That's all that I'm saying. How do you lose to nobody?
Well, can I tell you that friend of the show, Victoria Broderick, won her primary
All right.
in Tennessee's 4th district.
Hey, Victoria. Fuck yeah, let's go. That's fucking awesome. W's for Victoria. If you guys don't follow Victoria, it's Victoria for Congress, TN. I encourage you guys to follow Victoria and to try to help out with her campaign. Also a dual British citizen. Crystal, hello, friend. How are you?
Okay, listen, Matthew, honey, thank you so much for letting me come up. I'm going to be real quick, and I'm going to try to behave because I don't want to fuck up the show because this is everybody's show, and the internet will cancel me if I get you taken down. Now, you know, you and I don't agree politically, Matthew. You're one of them, godless democrats or whatever, but I got something to say about Andy Ogles because that son of a bitch defiles the word of the Lord Jesus who sang Christ, and I am celebrating with you, Libs, and it makes me feel real funny in the pants. I don't know. I'm still processing it. Don't come for me, okay? But Andy Ogles, I want to talk to you for a minute, honey. I hope you can't never get it up no more. I hope every time you go to the grocery store and the aisles is crowded, I hope your asshole's so itchy you can't not itch it, Andy. I bestow upon you the itchiest of assholes for all eternity, Andy Ogles. In the Lord's name we pray, Jesus, Hamas Christ. Good night. Amen. I love you, friend. Bye.
Amen. Amen.
Now, question. Does it count as an answered prayer if the thing that you prayed for is already the case?
Sure. Let's say yes.
All right.
Let's count it.
Because I guarantee Andy Ogles has not been able to get it up since like 2004, and he definitely does not wash his ass. That shit is itchy as hell.
I'd like to say Amen, if I may.
I mean to us all. Jen, you're not connecting. If you are a Trump supporter, you're welcome to re-request. Guys, we got 930 people over here on TikTok. Glad you guys are here. That's delightful. If you are a Trump supporter, we'd like you to request on up over here. We've got 140 people over on the tube. You guys can call in to talk to us. That number is right above my head. The phone line is open. So just give a call to the phone line. It's also pinned in the chat over there. It's real easy to do those things. Also want to say thank you real quick to James. Thank you to James on the Green app. It says, for the love of the show. Well, thank you, James. I appreciate that. Also wanted to say thanks. This is from way earlier when I had just hopped on for a little bit for fun. Our friend Big Shakuna had thrown me a Cash App as well, and I appreciate you, Big Shakuna. I didn't get a chance to say thanks before I hopped off. Also, we've got our fan of the show, Mark, the guy who's got my face as his profile picture, who wants to come up. Now, Mark, I will let you up on two conditions. Number one is you have to change your profile picture, and number two is you have to go on camera. So, if you can do both of those things, I'll let you back on the live. Otherwise, no thank you. Mark is he's a big fan. Well, number one, he's got my profile picture. My face is his profile picture, so I mean, obviously, he's got a thing for me. That's number one. But number two, he keeps coming back to the live, which is amazing. So gotta love that. I did. Thank you, Emma. I did see that. We're probably gonna talk about that in a little bit. Thank you, friend. I did see that. Thank you. And thank you, Crystal. Also, thank you. So good times. But yeah. So there you go. Those are the conditions, Mark. So if you'd like to be part of the live, and have a discussion, you know how to do it. So.
Also, this is from earlier as well. Rebecca, if you're still watching, thank you for the 4 on Venmo. The message was related to some dipshit in Amanda's live, but I appreciate it. Thank you.
Coco says Dem Party is broke because USAID grift has been taken away. Now, Coco, that's an interesting posit. I would love to know the info and the evidence for that. So please, I've invited you to come on up. So come on up and talk to us about that. That'd be great. Thank you. I just would love to see the evidence for that. Thank you. You know, because I assume it's really interesting and very convincing and definitely real. Now, Mark, are you just going to sit there and troll? This is boring, but, like, God, get a life, man.
That really was a sick burn, though, and I suspect Nemo will be very much hurt by it.
He's going to...
Nemo sounds like Kermit the Frog is in your throat. Have you heard Kermit the Frog? I don't think that Kermit the Frog has this sexy-ass baritone. I don't think so. Sorry. Kermit the Frog sounds more like Jordan Peterson, you know. Oh, the Dragon of Chaos. Oh, guys. Oh, man. Oh, men nowadays they're not loved, and I made my entire career on men with daddy issues, and I'm their surrogate mommy.
Would you die for this pen? Would you die for this pen, Nemo?
Don't be so sure.
Oh, yeah, Nemo's going to be, the poor guy's going to be thinking about that all night. He won't be able to sleep tonight because that burn was so sick.
I've just invited Coco up 10 times. I'm making the executive decision.
I think that's the right call because they're just trolling. I also muted Mark because it's very clear that he has no interest in having a genuine conversation. So, but again, Marky boy, if you want to have a real conversation about policy, again, change your profile picture and cam up. Because we have no problem going on camera and saying everything that we believe in on camera all the time with our faces showing. I know you're afraid to do that, but you know.
Speaking of everything that we believe in, my body like completely just collapsed yesterday, and so there was no waking for me. Abdul, fuck yeah, fucking finally, like. I had said it wasn't over until AP called it, and apparently AP didn't call it for a long ass time.
It was a long time. We tried. I'm going to say I want to point out that we tried. I actually have a video on that I want to show you guys that I really liked, and I don't know, man. Mom Donnie. I wish I could like Mom Donnie more, but it's like I can only like there's only like I feel like you can only get to a certain point with him. But I want to show you. They interviewed Dr. Abdul Saeed on CNN, so I want to show you a quick snippet of that. But before we do, I want to say thank you to Jeffrey. Thank you, Jeffrey, on the Blue app. Says Florida primary governor news. Republican Fishback has accused Trump-backed Donalds of being under federal investigation for sex trafficking. We've got some Republican on Republican fights going on here. Also, don't forget to look into Angie Nixon. Thank you, Jeffrey. Absolutely. I want to point something out, though, just like real quick. I mean, the Fishback Donalds thing is like fun, and it's fun to be like, oh, look at. I am super fucking skeptical that that's real. I just want to and I don't mean to be a downer. I would love for it to be true that that Donalds could get taken down for something because I think he's a piece of shit too. But I really need to point out the fact that Fishback is polling, depending on which poll you're looking at, between 4 to 8%. I'm pretty sure he's just trying to make a splash, trying to get a name. And also Donalds and Trump are BFFs, and I feel like if there was a federal investigation going on with him, I feel like that there would be something going on there from the top. Like we would have seen something, or that Trump would have tipped him off, or maybe would have even quashed it. I don't know. It just feels a little. It just feels a little suspect to me, but. That's all. That's all I'm saying. It just feels suspect because Fishback, I was actually talking with our friend Ari about this earlier. He is the Ken Paxton of Florida if Ken Paxton had never won anything. If you look up the shit that this guy has had, that he's been involved in, and all of that shit. So, yeah. Yeah.
Can I point out, and this is not to do with elections,
yeah,
but another news story that I read today, although it came out came out yesterday, that Donald Trump is denying that the US are running out of missiles in Iran, but is also threatening to jail any leakers of information from the military. Now, is it me, or if you're not actually running out, it wouldn't be a leak, somebody saying that, would it? Because it wouldn't be true.
It wouldn't be true.
He's telling on himself again.
Yeah.
But we also talked about last night, Nemo, the GPS jamming thing
Yeah.
in El Paso and the plane that crashed.
So someone said that that Dominic guy made me his profile picture with quote unquote my kids. Those aren't my kids. Those are AI kids. I don't know who those children are in the picture that he put, but I don't. I can tell you, my kids are not gingers.
Well, I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I know, right? It's wild that the 100%, the guy who's 100% Lebanese. No, he just AI. It's just he AI'd it. He took a still of me from the watermelon video, and then like basically told AI to put two kids next to me. That's so silly. Also, it's really silly considering the fact that I know where Dominic lives and I know who he is. I'm actually surprised that Dominic came back. See, Dominic doesn't understand that it was super, super easy to figure out exactly who he was because he has multiple videos on his account. Because what happened was yesterday there was a point where I don't think he realized that he took his account off of private. And he had a couple of videos that showed his face like super clearly. And it was like really, really easy to reverse search him. Like really super easy. So, yeah, it's super awkward. And also, I have him recorded saying that he was trying to defame me. Now, if I was him, I would have run the fuck away and never come back again. And I would have just like left me alone. But if you want to play, kiddo, we can play. I'm an adult, and I have adult money, and my girlfriend is a lawyer, and so are all of her friends, who are also my friends. So, come on over, bud. Feel free. Let's talk about it.
I muted him in the chat because he was slurring.
Oh,
shocker. So he was here.
Oh.
But
I have so many fans now.
You're nearly at Ethan level of fans. Like this happens to him all the time.
I don't know if I want to. No offense to Ethan. I don't know if I want to be at Ethan's level of. I don't know if I want to.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
So, anyways, guys, while we're waiting for Trump supporters to either hop up in the box and have a conversation with us, hop up in the box, have a conversation with us, or you can call in and have a conversation with us. I want to play for you Abdul El Said talking. There you go.
Can you clarify?
So, this is, of course, somebody else asking him to clarify his stance on Israel. Wolvie, I'm famous because of you, friend. I'm only famous because of you, obviously, and your amazing lip sync videos, quite frankly. So anyways, Nemo, I just find this to be are they asking him about Michigan? Are they asking what are you going to do for Michigan? What are you going to do? It's like, no, let's talk more about Israel. And so,
same thing they did with Zoran.
It's same thing that they're still doing to him. And now when they do it, they're like, why is Mom Donnie talking about Israel? Because they keep asking him about it.
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
It does not make sense. But this, so check this out.
For us, what your position is on funding for Israel if you do become a U.S. Senator. Are you opposed to all funding for Israel, period, military funding?
I'm opposed to unconditional military aid for any country. That is Israel, yes, but that's also Egypt, where my family immigrated from. That's Pakistan, that's Saudi Arabia, that's UAE. And that's not because of a focus on what's happening anywhere except for a focus on what's happening here. We've got communities in my state where the median income is $14,000, and I believe they have a right to their tax dollars. I also believe in international law and upholding international law, and there are Leahy laws against dealing arms to countries who are engaged in human rights abuses, and I don't want to fund a foreign military that does genocide, apartheid, or has taken us to a war we don't need to fight. I believe in equal rights to peace, dignity, and self-determination for Jewish Israelis and Palestinians alike. I believe our responsibility, though, more than anything else, is to use our tax money here in Michigan to provide health care in Michigan, and schools in Michigan, and roads in Michigan, rather than to send it to a foreign government that might use it in the form of bombs and tanks to destroy infrastructure and schools and hospitals there.
Some people might hear that and say, well, does he support, funding defensive systems like the Iron Dome in Israel? Do you?
I don't believe that there's really a difference between offensive or defensive weapons. And I also don't believe it's my responsibility to buy defensive weapons for a foreign government when our kids are defenseless against schools that have been underfunded for a very, very long time. My responsibility as the next senator from Michigan is children in Michigan, rather than thinking about what's in the interest of a foreign government.
Okay, so that's a yes, that you are against funding to things like the Iron Dome.
I am against it in large part because I just don't understand why anybody thinks it's the right thing to do to send our tax dollars abroad to fund foreign militaries when our own kids barely get to go to schools that are functional.
Can you clarify for us what your
America first. What? Oh, I'm sorry. Something in my throat there. Isn't that the thing that Trump supporters have been screaming about?
Yeah.
But not Israel.
Yeah. This is Jesus Christ. Yeah. This is going to be the thing. This is going to be the thing for the presidential primaries in 2028. This is going to be the thing. 2020 it was Medicare for all, and 2024 I'm trying to think like what the big divider was. I guess it was kind of Israel.
Yeah, it was that, and I felt like it was, and I think immigration, like immigration stuff.
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
Yeah,
and yeah, this is gonna be one of them.
Yeah,
it's gonna be one of the big ones.
Now, hang on one second. Now,
Sorry, I was AFK.
Anyways, Dominic, why did you make an AI picture of me with a couple of kids? That's really
Bro, that
weird.
shit was funny.
What's that?
That shit was funny.
So you're a fan of me? You like me so much that you made me your profile picture? I really appreciate. You're a big fan, huh? By the way, using my likeness, I charge a fee. So you're going to have to send me some money for that. Otherwise, if you don't take it down, your account's going to get reported to TikTok because you
I
can't
already took it down.
No, you didn't. It's still there on the screen. So if you don't take it down, what's going to happen is your account's going to get reported to TikTok because everyone here is going to report you for impersonating someone else, and as am I. And then your account's going to get banned. So I would strongly recommend that you remove that profile picture because that's called impersonating someone else, and the AI will be able to match that to the video that I have on my account. And they'll know that you're impersonating me. So just wanted to say with you that you're gonna have to say to you that you're gonna have to take that down. By the way, everyone, go to Dominic's page and report that for impersonating somebody, impersonating someone.
I think I know what happened, Matthew.
Oh, what's that?
I think Dominic put a picture of him and a picture of you into AI. and said, "What would our children look like?" Because that's how he's thinking. And he didn't mean to upload it onto his profile. But he doesn't know how technology works, so he accidentally uploaded it. But I want to tell you, for anyone in here that has watched Game of Thrones, Matt is like Robert Baratheon. Okay, the all of his children are black of hair. You know who Matt's kids are because they are black of hair. Doesn't matter if he has kids with people who have golden hair, they are black of hair. The end.
By the way, that's the I just popped the username in the chat for anyone who didn't get it. And then what you do is you report for impersonating someone else. That's how you do it. Just FYI. So, anyways. All right. Well, let's see what we got here. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter, hop in the box. So, oh, Dominic, no, I'm not bringing you up because you're too much of a danger to the live. No. Anyways, but I would. So I can't pin it, guys. I'm sorry. But it's right there if you just scroll up a little bit in the chat. So
Hoyer is correct. That's the kind of talk that got Ned Stark unalived. So maybe I should stop.
Don't want your head on a pike, Erika.
I'm coming to Red Keep to keep everybody in manner to which I think they should be kept. All right.
Boy. Oh, he definitely
right, love.
All right, love.
Hey up, duck.
Can I tell you a piece of Game of Thrones trivia?
Of course.
So the day they had all of the people that they had cast, they basically wanted Sean Bean to play Ned Stark using an RP accent, which is received pronunciation, which is I guess kind of like my accent, like a southern, slightly posh accent. But on day one, they said, "Can you do this in an RP accent?" And he said, "Like fuck, can I?" And so a bunch of the people playing his children then had to put on northern accents because he couldn't do an RP accent.
That's amazing. I love that. Hello, Gentle Fist. How are we fisting tonight?
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna see some serious shit, but our friend Dominic made his page private.
Oh yeah, I know that, and he also just changed his profile picture back because he's a scared little bitch. He knew that was going to get his account taken down. So yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you for sharing that wonderful little piece of music trivia with me. That was phenomenal.
It's just one of those things. I'm going to tell you that there are these musical things that happen, and I hear them, and they run through my head, and I'm like, no one else thinks this. No, like if I said this to someone else, they'd be like, the fuck are you talking? Like, no. But now I'm really glad that I've gotten some validation on this from because Erika was like, oh yeah, and you're like, oh yeah. I was like, oh, good. So yeah, thank you. I just needed a little validation. So.
I love that. Like that made my whole night. And I'm going to give a little bit more. I don't know if you're a Nine Inch Nails fan. I know that we may have some fans here. The song Reptile from A Downward Spiral. If you are ever a fan of the movie Aliens by James Cameron, the song Reptile pulls direct sound effects from the robotic and from the robot mech that she pilots. it pulls direct sound effects from that to incorporate into the song. Just thought you'd like to know.
That's fucking fun. Now I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that and
Yeah.
and listen for it. That's really cool, dude. Oh, I love
Yeah,
that.
absolutely. But anyways, have a great night, guys. Take care.
Dubby is gentle. I appreciate you, bud. We'll see you
Bye.
later. By the way, the other person in the chat who is going line for line was our friend Gentlefist. We were just popping the lines out. Country United. I would invite you to come on up. Oh, you follow me too. Well, I'll tell you what. It seems like you're not sure what's going on. I'm going to give you a little timeout in the chat. Not a full timeout, but you got a little timeout in the chat. And I would say, why don't you come up and talk to us about it? Come on up and just have a chat with us. Obviously, we're not all Trump supporters here. Well, no, there's too many people here for us to be Trump supporters. So come on up and we'll have a chat. So
somebody's saying that Country United is TPA, which is interesting.
Oh well, that's probably why he definitely won't come up, because he's not requesting and his invites are off. So if that's TPA, he's way too afraid to come up and debate with me, because he would never come in here. Also, there's far too many people here. He's afraid. Honestly, that guy folds under pressure, because whenever he's on anybody's live that has more than, I don't know, like 50 people in it, he fucking can't handle it. He just fucking folds. I mean, that's why he's lost against Dean, lost against Parker, lost against Santana, he's lost against me, lost against everybody. So, yeah.
Can I give a quick point of information?
Of course.
When I said earlier an RP accent is a Southern accent, I didn't mean a Southern United States accent. I want to point out that this small island that I live on has hundreds of accents, literally hundreds. There's a new accent about every 5 miles. And I'm talking about a Southern English accent, not a Southern. I can't imagine what Game of Thrones would be like if all the Starks who are from the north sounded like they were from I don't know, like
Georgia.
somewhere. Yeah, Georgia. Or it would be a very different show. Can you say
Funny
winter
part is, I guarantee they could nail that accent, because English, for whatever reason, English people, they can nail American accents. They're just good at it, and the same is not true in reverse.
Can you say winter is coming in a very Georgia accent, Nemo, just to satisfy me?
Winter is coming.
It's fine. Winter is coming. It's
Yeah.
not quite,
Yeah, winter's coming.
Yeah, it doesn't
really
have the gravitas.
Doesn't really hit the same way. No.
Yeah, it's real scary. Well, I mean, winter's in Georgia, so some days, it's rainy and cold, colder than it should be to snow, but it doesn't snow. It's just really fucking cold. And then there are other days when it's not rainy, but the sun's not out, and that sucks. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I honestly, I kind of like that. But real quick, guys, if you're a Trump supporter, hop on up in the box. We've got 970 people over here on the TikToks. We've got well over 100 people over on the tube. Appreciate you guys very much for being here. We'd love to have some conversations tonight. So if you'd like to have a conversation with us, please request on up over here or call in. That number is right above my head. It's also pinned in the chat. I also want to say thanks to our friends over on the tube for the gifts of the jewels, especially Comrade Iris, the GOAT trophy. That was really generous. And Janelle and Tick Raven and Emily, appreciate you guys all very much. And I appreciate you guys doing all you can over here. I would like to say if we can, it would definitely help push us more with the FYP. If you're gonna send some gifts in here, run up Nemo. and Erika too. If you want to do that, it would be great to push them. That will help us cycle back through the FYP. Obviously, I think you guys are doing a good job tapping. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for being here. Yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. So, I want to play. Let's see. There were a couple other things that I saw today that I kind of wanted to show you guys, bring to your attention. While we wait for people. This one, I love. Oh, there we go. Excellent, Annie. Thank you. Appreciate you guys doing that stuff. Thank you. And also for gifting Erika. Thank you guys. Very nice. Thank you, Nita, from me as well. Thank you, friend. I joke. I joke about. Oh, is that Country United? Is that person still like chirping in the chat? Mods, if you wanna just like mute them for the live, that's fine. I don't know.
I had already taken the strategic decision.
Yeah.
I'm hunting through the comments.
Nice. We all got fireworks. Thank you guys. That was really kind. Yeah, Country United, like you gotta come up and just don't be afraid and have a conversation with us. Oh, it is TPA. Look at that. He just said, I kicked Dean's ass and yours as well in debate. Oh, and yet, if you did, you're still super fucking afraid to come up here right now and debate me in front of 1,100 people because we've got all the folks in the other apps. So, goddamn, dude, that's embarrassing.
I feel like I'm missing out. Like I have not got to witness this person in a live, and damn,
it's just honestly, dude, it's not even worth it. Like, it's so like he doesn't know about the economy. He doesn't know about international affairs. He doesn't know about the Constitution. He doesn't know about shit. The only thing that he tries to know about is Charlie Kirk. And then when he talks about Charlie Kirk, he tries to cite court cases, and he'll be like, well, Charlie Kirk was against DEI, and and here are the court cases that prove that DEI was bad. And it's like the court cases that he cites don't actually prove his point. He just says them to people, and then if anyone pushes back, he just drops them. See, unlike with us, where we have conversations with people for 45 minutes or an hour, as long as the person doesn't slur and doesn't scream over us, we have these conversations, and any of you obviously can go and watch, because every single stream that we have is recorded and is available for all of you guys to watch. Every single night, you can go and watch it. Pretty much, I think they're done processing within an hour or something. I don't know. It's real easy. But anyways, yeah, the great American hero, Charlie Kirk, the guy looking up at us from below. That's the only thing that he wants to talk about. In fact, the first question that he will ask people on his live is, does it make you sad? He said, do you agree with Charlie Kirk being killed? And of course, people are going to be like, no, I don't agree with Charlie Kirk being killed. But then the next question he asks is, don't you think it's sad? Don't you think it's sad? And it's like, why are you asking about somebody's feelings? You've already established that they don't agree with it. Their feelings on the matter, it's not relevant at all.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I mean, damn, that's really weird. I don't even think that Erika Kirk cares this much about Charlie Kirk. God damn, man.
She definitely doesn't.
She doesn't. She absolutely doesn't. She cares far more about JD Vance and trying to see which pattern of couch he likes the best so that she can wear it.
Can I tell you? I'm full of trivia tonight. Can I tell you a piece of Charlie Kirk trivia?
Oh, please.
Do you remember when he was? I think it was Cambridge.
Sorry, I needed to play that because I just realized that the word on the screen at the I was like, oh, I better. Actually, I'm going to take that off the screen for a minute until we play the video. Sorry, okay. I was like, I just realized I was like, I better not keep that up on the screen. Sorry.
So, I think it was Cambridge University that he debated at.
Yeah.
I don't think it was the Oxford Union. I think it was Cambridge. But he after that he posted a video. Charlie Kirk posted a video saying that he destroyed a Cambridge University professor in debate. First of all, he didn't destroy him. The guy clearly won the debate. But secondly, he was not a professor. He was the bursar of one of the colleges at Cambridge University.
He debated the bursar, sir?
Yeah, he debated the bursar. And because he got beaten so badly, he had to make out that it was a professor. So, were you making a reference I was unaware of?
Hamilton. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because in the beginning of Hamilton, when Hamilton meets Burr, and it's a great play on words, and Hamilton's talking about how he got upset and he punched the guy who handles the finances at King's University, and he's like, "You punched the bursar," and it plays into the whole joke of Aaron Burr. It's fucking great. It's fucking great. Anyways, sorry,
sorry. I didn't. I know the bits of I know some bits of Hamilton. I've seen it in the theater, but I don't know all the words.
Yeah. It's just I am the biggest fucking. I don't care. I'm like the biggest fucking nerd when it comes to like that from the get. With that show, I was just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking love this because I love to. But yeah, no, the idea that he would say that he beat anybody at Cambridge, like I watched all of that shit. And after he died, I actually went back and I watched a bunch of it just because I was like, I really want to go back and I want to see a bunch of the stuff that he said and really because I needed to refamiliarize myself because you remember how it was in September. Exactly, Erika. Bingo. You got it. So I wanted to refamiliarize myself because you remember how it was. We all do in September and October, and we were just talking about it nonstop. And I refamiliarized myself, and I just remember being like, oh, this is so much worse than I even remembered it being. Like, I was shocked at how poor his arguments were. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is why he only debated, like, college kids. Like, because he just couldn't debate anybody else.
Most of the people he was debating were college kids, but they were at what is normally ranked in the top 3 universities in the world. So there was one particular, I can't remember her name. What was
the blonde?
Yeah, he debated.
It's Tilly.
It was Tilly, that's it. And I just remember he asked her to name a country where women's rights were being violated, and she said the United States.
I know. I was like, poof, mic drop.
that was mic drop and a half.
There were multiple.
Oh wait, hold on. Nemo, wait, hold on. Look at him look at it. The one guy down in the chat.
Whoa.
That is Erika Shante down in the chat because that's TPA below you, Erika. Country United Together. That's TPA who's afraid to come up, who's spamming the chat. That Charlie Kirk was a hero. He was a hero.
Jesus Christ.
Guys, don't mute him. Just let him go. Like, honest to God, this is so sad. Like, don't mute him. Don't block him. Don't mute him. Let him go. I am just so embarrassed for him now. Like, just let him. I know he's following us both. I just let him go. This is so embarrassing. Honest to God, yeah, I'm so amused.
He's carrying that flame all by himself.
Anyways, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, dude. Please.
The Cambridge thing, weren't those students also like debate students, or like there was something where I don't know if they were like debate team. I think Tilly was Tilly's. I became an instant fan of her after I watched that exchange. She studied debate.
Yeah, so debate is not a subject by itself, but both Oxford and Cambridge have students' unions, and as part of the students' union, they have a debating society, and they're just commonly referred to as the Oxford Union and the Cambridge Union, and they regularly debate each other, and like colleges do, they're engaging competitive debate with other universities. So they obviously kind of study up on it and everything. But I remember her saying that she didn't know that she was picked for it until the day before or something.
Oh damn.
So because so many people had said that they wanted to debate, they only were told who was debating the day before. So they didn't have very much time, and they were only told the day before because they always have I can't remember what they call it, but this house believes that something, and then that's what they are debating. I sent an Oxford Union one to Matt the other day. There was one at the Oxford Union, and I think it happened in like May or June, but they only released a video of it about a week ago, and it was the motion was this house believes that the West is right to be skeptical of Islam or something of that nature. And it was, you'll be interested in this, Nemo. It was Tommy Robinson and Lawrence Fox were on one side of it, plus a couple of Oxford students. And on the other side of it were the president of the Oxford Union, who is a Muslim, and a politician, a British conservative politician called Jacob Rees-Mogg. Are you aware of Jacob Rees-Mogg, Nemo?
I know that name.
I was just gonna say I know that name too. Also, real quick, Erika, not to I just need to say real quick thank you to Jay in the Blue app. It says sing TPA a song. We are Charlie Squirt. Oh boy, well, I didn't say that. I mean, one of our lovely guests. If you'd like to get Nemo or myself or Erika to read off your message, you can do that. Links in bios, guys. Links in the description of the video down in the tube over there. Like this one, our friend Wesley, who said, "Sorry I'm late, Matt, Nemo, and Erika. Time to say the things. Charlie Kirk was a better fountain than a debater, or a Christian, or a man. Chat, hit that like button, like Trump has hit every one of his wives. Much love." You said it, Wesley, not me. Again, these are not things that we're saying. These are things our guests are saying. Oh, and thank you to Rebecca, who said, "Thanks for all you do. Enjoy your lives. I got live access back a while ago. I've been on panels before. I have family encouraged me to do a political live. Panels are one thing, but doing it on my own, I'm nervous about what advice you have because I see what others deal with." Rebecca, shoot me a message. I would be happy to chat with you, friend. I mean that sincerely. Shoot me a message. I'd be happy to offer what advice I can. Please do. Hi, caller. Thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Say again?
I said thank you for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Not really. Used to be.
Well, that's good that you're not anymore. What made you change your mind?
Are you? Am I on stream right now?
Yes.
Oh wow, dude. Okay, so what do you want to? What is Trump destroying America? Absolutely. Yeah. Is Trump destroying America? Absolutely. So who is pushing the buttons for Trump in your opinion? Who is pulling the strings? Is it just Trump as a fucking racist scumbag, or is there a bigger picture?
Well, I think that there's a lot of things at play here. I think that Trump is a racist, misogynist, criminal scumbag who is trying to enrich himself through the office of the presidency and is doing so very successfully. I also think that he couldn't find his way out of a wet paper bag with a number of different things, and the people around him are enabling it. The Heritage Foundation is absolutely playing a huge part in this. J.D. Vance, obviously, Andrew Miller, etc. Yep. So
You could be describing any president. You could be describing Joe Biden. You could be describing George Bush.
No,
You could be describing any president
actually, no, because again, what we don't do here is we don't do the whataboutism thing, and I'm not going to sit here and talk about every other president and why they're different. I will even defend, and I hate to say this, I will even
None of them are different. They're all the same.
Actually, they
None
are.
of them
Bud,
different.
Nope. Hey, Bud, I need you to calm
Go
down
ahead.
for a second.
I'm calm. I just
No, I need you to stop for a second. They're incredibly different because no president ever has added $3 billion to their personal net worth in the span of a year like Donald Trump has. No president has violated. Hey, please stop and listen to me for a moment if you'd like to have a conversation.
I know what you're saying.
So,
I agree with
but
you.
if you would let me please finish, I will explain to you why he's different than other presidents. This is why. No other president has ever violated the Constitution in the same manner that Donald Trump has, as many times as Donald Trump has, so brazenly. He does not care about our system of government. He doesn't care about the Constitution. He only cares about power and money. And even the presidents that I absolutely fucking hate, I will even at least say about Ronald Reagan, okay, that man at least had respect for our Constitution and for the way that our government worked to a degree. And it really pains me to even say that. But I absolutely abhor Ronald Reagan. I will tell you all of the things that were wrong with him and what a piece of shit he was and how he destroyed our country in other ways. But he still doesn't even come close to what Donald Trump has done. So, no, every other president is not like Donald Trump, man. You got to get off the whataboutism. He is a complete one-off. He is completely different than everyone else.
Okay. All right. So, excuse me, sir. I just swiped onto your channel. I have no idea who the fuck you are, but I'm gonna tell you, you're still subscribing to the left-right narrative.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this, dude. I'm not doing it.
I can't think of another president in history who has launched a meme coin, multiple meme coins, in fact, so that money can be funneled to them by other countries. I'm not aware of one that's done that. I'm also not aware of one who tried to overthrow an election.
Tried to overthrow an election, tried to put up a fake slate of electors, still won't concede that he lost. I mean, like, how far do you want to go? I mean, like, there's a million different fucking things. And, like, I will not entertain this, the left and the right. I literally just said that I would even take the worst president ever, and I would still defend them against Donald Trump. That's why it's not left and right. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
I am. Is this Matt?
How old are you and what state are you in?
I am 30 and I live in South Carolina.
Okay. Can I put you on a brief hold, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Real quick, I need to say thank you to Jay once again on the Blue app, who said TPA is a dildo. I'd call him a dick, but he's a fake. Also, ask him to quit meat riding a dead man's meat. It's pathetic. Damn, he's getting just fucking roasted down there. By the way, if you guys have any, please feel free to read them off before we move on to this next guest.
I don't, but can I just point out, for someone who really loves Charlie Kirk, he's shit at spelling his name. He's now spelt it 4 different ways. We've had the correct version, Charlie. we've had CHARLY, CHARLEY, and CHARLI. So you would think that as he's such a fan, he'd be able to spell the guy's fucking name.
God damn it. That's fucking amazing. You would think so. Nemo, you have any that you need to get off before we move on to this next?
I got one. Redacted, thank you for the memo. He said, Matt is wrong on this one. Grover Cleveland launched several meme coins. That is true. Yeah, that's true.
Well, it was actually me that said that, Redacted.
Oh, yeah, Grover Cleveland and the fucking crypto. I got to tell you, wild shit. So, all right. Guys, we appreciate your support. Once again, you can find those in our bios over here or in the description of the tube video.
Nice.
Caller, appreciate you holding for a minute. You said you were 30 in South Carolina. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, once again, thanks for holding. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
Can I just ask first, what's that flag in your profile that I'm staring at?
If you don't know what it is, don't concern yourself with it. So why do you still support Donald Trump as of August 2026?
Okay, so I got work in the morning, so I only want to go over one policy. But the fact that he's trying to end birthright citizenship.
That's fascinating.
That's why you support him.
That is one of the reasons, yes.
What's the logic behind that?
By logic, do you believe that the United States has enemies?
Of course.
What country do you think would be an enemy of the United States?
I mean, Russia.
Okay, so Russia.
North Korea.
Or North Korea.
Yeah.
I don't find it logical for a woman who's 9 months pregnant to come from countries like that, or any country, matter of fact, to come over here on vacation.
They don't. They
then
don't.
have a baby.
They don't. Birth tourism is a myth. So why are you talking about it? It's literally just a myth. The amount of people that actually do that thing is so incredibly fucking small. It's fucking negligible. So why are we talking about it?
There is a term for it.
Yeah, I know. I literally just said
anchor baby.
No, it's not called anchor babies. It's called birth tourism. You're not even using the right term, number one. Anchor babies are something different. If you're talking about anchor babies, that's an entirely different thing. Those are for people who want to live here. You're talking about birth tourism, and birth tourism is so fucking minute. It's such a small part of this. It's not even worth mentioning. But either way, if you disagree with that, that's completely fine. But here's your problem. You can't write an executive order to change that. You can't even write a law to change that. You have to write a constitutional amendment to change that, because the 14th Amendment guarantees birthright citizenship in the United States of America, and the Supreme Court has affirmed that multiple times. So it's fine. I mean, I think it's stupid that you want to change it, but that's just my personal opinion. But if you want to change it, do you understand that you would have to get a constitutional amendment passed?
Yes.
Okay, so then I don't know what you're trying to argue here.
I wasn't trying to argue.
Well, you're saying that you support Trump because he's trying to get rid of it. Trump doesn't have the ability to get rid of it because it would require a constitutional amendment. So what would then lead you to support Trump?
The fact that he supports it.
Okay. So as far as your reasoning for birthright or for wanting to get rid of it, outside of the hypothetical that you provided, is that the only reason?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
So when you say that, you want to get rid of it, is the only reason that you want to get rid of it the hypothetical that you provided? Like, someone who's 9 months pregnant comes over from Russia and has a kid. Like, is it just that?
Yes. I just don't think we should have people who can take abuse of that situation.
So the thing about like the whole, I don't know, abusing the right, that was actually talked about at the time that the 14th Amendment was being introduced. Like, so, when constitutional amendments are done, typically you have both chambers, they'll sit there and debate, right? And so in the case of the 14th Amendment, we have contemporaneous notes of the people hashing out all the little details of the 14th Amendment, including birthright citizenship. And a lot of this stuff is actually, it's really important that we have it because it has been cited in the court cases that have argued about birthright citizenship. So to give you, because this kind of like, it kind of lines up with your hypothetical. So I'm just going to read a little bit. This is contemporaneous notes. So we have like the transcript of what people at the time were saying, like, 1860s. They were talking about this. So you've got Senator Edgar Cohen of Pennsylvania, and he was very much not for the 14th Amendment, or at least birthright citizenship. And he is going to pose the question that is kind of like what you laid out there. So, okay. Is it proposed that the people of California are to remain quiescent while they are overrun by a flood of immigration of Mongolians? I'll change one word. Are they to be immigrated out of house and home by the Chinese? And if another people of a different race, of a different religion, of different manners, of different traditions, different tastes and sympathies are to come there and have the free right to locate there and settle among them, and if they have an opportunity of pouring in such an immigration as in a short time will double or triple the population of California, I ask, are the people of California powerless to protect themselves? They may pour in their millions upon our Pacific coast in a very short time. Are the states to lose control over this immigration? So that's the question. He posed this question to the senator from California, John Conness. And so John Conness responds, I voted for the proposition to declare that the children of all parentage, whatever, born in California, should be regarded and treated as citizens of the United States, entitled to equal civil rights with other citizens of the United States. So the point of me reading this is the exact situation that you brought up of, oh, well, there are these countries that, they're different from us. They might not like us. They might be our enemies. Okay, what if they come here and they have kids? Isn't that like what would happen? How could we defend ourselves? And the point is that the 14th Amendment explicitly stated, if you are born on American soil, you are an American. And also, that's not unusual. So there's a map that I'll bust out sometimes. Hold on, let me see if I can find this thing right quick. Actually, can you see the stream, caller?
I can, yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, cool. So give me 1 second. So there's this world map that I'll use that illustrates just how common. Hold on a second.
Nemo, what did you do?
I know, right? I think there's a fire station not too far from me. It's so fun at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Okay, here we go. So,
Gotcha.
Hold up. I can give you the site, and I can also do the. Yeah, that'll probably be better. So, to keep things simple, the way that citizenship is determined can be broken into two types. One is called jus sanguinis. That's Latin, means rule of the blood. And then the other one is jus soli, which is rule of the land, right? So those are the Latin words for it. So the red ones, if you can see the map on the screen, caller.
I can't. I'm looking on Twitch, and I just
Oh,
see.
okay. Well, there might be a slight delay. But in any case, so the countries that are in red, those are just sanguinis. They're the rule of the blood. Basically, it means if your parent was like Italian, then you are Italian by virtue of your parent being Italian, right? And the countries in the blue, that's rule of the land. Meaning if you're born in that country, you are a citizen of that country. Now, are you able to see it now?
I am. Thank you.
Oh, okay, cool. So one thing that you'll notice, all of the red countries, for the most part, are on the right-hand side of the world map. And all the blue countries, for the most part, are on the left-hand side of the world map. There's a reason for that. All of the red countries, that's the old world, right? So that's Europe, that's Russia, that's basically the world that was known for a long ass time, right? The countries on the left-hand side, those are the Americas. And they did not develop until, European colonization and, mass genocide and displacement and all that stuff. But the point is that these countries that we have in the Americas today, the reason why they do rule of the land is because, well, more than likely your parents were not a citizen of that country whenever people were born there. And so it made sense to do rule of the land, which is, hey, if you're born here, boom, you're a citizen. Cool. And so a lot of the time, people will say, oh, America is the only country in the world where if you're born there, you're automatically an American. No, it's not. Not even close. No. Like literally every country in the Western Hemisphere, except for Colombia and I think a couple of island nations in the Caribbean, every other country does it.
Yep.
Like that. That's how it works. And if we were to start doing this weird just bloodline shit, it wouldn't make sense. It would break with how we have governed this country as far as citizenship for centuries. And I don't see the utility in doing that because people are not abusing this right in any meaningful way. I mean, to your hypothetical, let's say that a Russian woman is 9 months pregnant. She flies over to America and has a kid. And let's say this is, let's roll the clock back to 1983. Just deep in the Cold War, Red Dawn level. Oh my God, Soviets are the enemy. Okay. To what end? Like what do the Soviets get from that? Because the mother will have a kid that is an American citizen. She will not be an American citizen. They will likely have to leave the country. And what? That kid will have dual citizenship, maybe? Like, okay. Or
That's
let's say that
also,
they get to stay here. What
I
happens
think we
then?
should get rid of is dual citizenship.
So you do realize that would disqualify a bunch of current members of Congress And it would disqualify the First Lady of the United States of America, right?
Yes,
and
she would have to
Elon
give up
Musk.
her other citizenship
And Elon Musk.
if
What's
we were
that?
to do that.
What's that?
She would have to give up her citizenships, at least in the law of the land in America. If other countries want to do that, it's fine, but you have to admit that there can only be one citizenship in America. There can't be dual citizenships.
Why is it a problem if somebody has dual citizenship? It's never been an issue in this country. Why would that be a problem?
It's a division of loyalty.
No, it's not a division of loyalty. It has nothing to do with that. Why would it be an issue? If somebody is a dual citizen with the United Kingdom and the United States of America, what problem does that create? Other than the fact that it makes you feel uncomfortable because you're like, oh, it's a division of loyalty. Like, loyalty isn't a thing, like a real thing. Like, so what's the real problem? Because that's just your feelings.
It's like I said, a division of.
I know you keep saying loyalty, but that's not a real thing. I'm asking you, what's the actual problem? Because we don't want to deal in feelings, right? We're not snowflakes. Let's deal in facts. So factually, what's actually the issue with being a dual citizen?
While he's thinking about this, can I just make a separate point I've been thinking about?
Please.
So women can't get on flights when they are 9 months pregnant unless it's a privately chartered, like private jet situation. And if someone can afford a private jet to have their baby in the United States, they can probably just pay Donald Trump $5 million and get one of those gold card thingies that he's selling to rich people from around the world. They wouldn't have to come and just have their baby in the United States. They could just pay Donald Trump, which he is allowing, because apparently it's okay for rich people to come to the United States and become citizens or green card holders, but it's not okay if you're not rich. So make that make sense. If you don't want people coming and having their babies in the United States when they're 9 months pregnant, how come the only way you can do it is if you get a private jet, which your average person cannot afford in their entire lives?
Okay, back to the issue, the conflict of interest that we were talking about. Let's say we're at war with a country, Iran. I don't agree with the war, but we are at war. So if we have dual citizenship, people of America and Iran, is it okay to have possible spies or infiltrators or people who want to do harm to America, Iranian citizens in America that we don't know that they actually want to cause harm?
So the spy thing, like, that's interesting. So do you think that, so Americans, right? Well, so the U.S., we have spies, right? Like, I mean,
yeah.
CIA, NSA, all that shit. We absolutely have spies all over the world. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think that they are legitimate citizens of the countries that they are operating in?
I don't know.
More than likely, they're not. More than likely, they are using a manufactured identity, or like something to that effect. Typically, the CIA will crank out identities that are well developed and all that stuff, and all the relevant paperwork and stuff. The point is that let's just make up a person. When Jim Bob, the CIA agent, when he is in Russia he doesn't actually have Russian citizenship while he's spying there, right? Because he's not Jim Bob. He's Ivan McVorovich the Terrible or whatever. Like he's a completely different person.
Terrible.
Yeah, I mean, but it's true though, right? Like he has to be, because if he's Jim Bob the American, they're not about to like let Jim Bob the American into the Kremlin or anywhere close to any type of government agency in Russia. That would not happen. So the whole dual citizenship thing, that's irrelevant with spies. I mean, if you think that like spies are dual citizens legitimately, I mean that's the worst kind of spy, because it's just like, hey guys, I would like to be close to sensitive facilities. Also, I am a citizen of the enemy. Yes.
You might as well just be you're just broadcasting it. Like if they're like Nemo was saying, if they're spies, it's not right. Like did you watch The Americans, the TV show The Americans?
No.
Well, you really should, because it's fucking great.
Is it?
Well,
how long is it? I might give it a shot.
It's like 5 seasons, but I strongly recommend it. But I'm sorry, Erika,
Okay.
what were you gonna say?
No, one of the things that they often do when establishing a legend is they will, and the legend is the name that they use in the spy industry for someone's fake identity. They will use the name of somebody who like died when they were a child, or when they were a teenager, so that they actually have birth records for that person, and they will establish the identity around a Russian citizen or a citizen of whatever country. It would be a United States citizen. It's a lot harder to do now, though,
Yes,
because there are so many records kept about all of us online. So they have to have hackers and things who will go in and place records and delete inconvenient records and all of that stuff, because all of us, if you go and look up any of us, we have a whole, back catalogue of posting on social media that we have done over a number of years. We have a whole back catalogue of medical records which are kept on. In this country, we have a central database of medical records, but you would have, particular hospitals or state records of various things. It's actually really quite difficult to do that now. But Matt and Nemo are exactly right. If your spies are dual citizens, they are the first people that anybody is looking at. They're like number one. The other thing,
well,
I was just going to say,
go on. Go for it. I was just going to say, Erika, what did we do in World War II in this country? Who did we lock up?
The Japanese.
We literally just, and they weren't even dual. They weren't even dual
I don't want to
citizens.
go past 12 o'clock because, like I said, I do have work in the morning. So, like 8 more minutes.
Okay.
Well, can I just point out the other thing that they do, which is the most effective thing that they do, is cultivate assets who are normal everyday people who just kind of work a job where they might get an interesting chunk of information at some point, and they either pay those people to give them that information, or they will cultivate a friendship or a relationship with that person in order to get the information. That's far easier and far less detectable than having a ton of dual citizens who everyone's just gonna, eyeball all the time. And I would ask you to go look at Trump's cabinet. I'm going to point out particularly a guy who is very close to Trump called Sebastian Gorka, who has he has triple citizenship. He has citizenship of the United States, the UK, and Hungary. Elon Musk has triple citizenship of the United States, Canada, and South Africa. And so not just dual citizenships, triple citizenships with multiple other nations.
Mm-hmm. the last thing I'd like to say, and I'll let you. I understand you just got a couple of minutes left, so I'll let you go. The reason I bring up the show, The Americans.
Yeah.
The show is set in the early 80s. So you're going to be like, well, that's not relevant. The show is set in the early 80s because they thought that it would be more exciting if it was during the Cold War. But it was inspired by the real events, very, very heavily inspired by real events that took place in 2010. There was a sleeper cell of Russian spies who literally did the exact thing that we're talking about, where they actually took social security numbers and identification from like dead kids or dead like infants who died, or it was something like that. I forget the exact story. I'd have to look it up, but it was something like that. They didn't have dual citizenship. They just straight up were living here as Americans, spoke perfect English. They were literally sleeper cells. So again, man, like if people want to spy, that's what they're going to do. No one's going to be here and be like, I'm a Russian American dual citizen. Like, that's not a thing.
Yeah, my whole big thing was just the conflict of interest, the division of loyalty. But like I said, the Iran war, who do you think the Iranians in America right now, who do you think which side of the war do you think they're on?
Well, I don't know which side of the war that they're on, but it doesn't matter. They can't affect anything. It doesn't matter.
Well, didn't a lot of American Iranians come over after the Shah was deposed in the late 1970s? So they would be on the side of the US. If you look at when the Iranians or people of Iranian heritage moved to the US, for the most part, they did it when the Islamic Republic took over and ousted the Shah. So they're people who would want the current regime to go.
Yeah. But then also but they're American citizens also. They can agree with it, they can disagree with it. I mean, I disagree with it. Like, they're allowed to do the same. There's nothing I can do other than protest it or say that I disagree with it or explain the reasons why I disagree with it. What am I going to do? I mean, realistically, I can't stop anything about it, and neither can they. So, I mean, again, we're really just talking about like abstract feelings at this point, like their loyalty or how do they feel about the war. Like, none of that matters. The only thing that would matter is the actual thing that someone could or could not do as a dual citizen. That goes back to my original question all the way back, which is, what can someone actually do as a dual citizen that would be concerning? And you couldn't answer that question, my friend. And I'm not saying that just to be, I'm saying the reason you can't answer that question is because there's nothing. Like, holding dual citizenship means that, like, you get to skip the passport line and you have rights in the other country and rights in our country as a citizen. That's about it.
Okay. Maybe I just don't know enough. That could be my problem. I would definitely like to come back if y'all would have me back. And is there anything y'all would want to talk about if I do come back?
I mean, any other motivations for supporting Trump? I mean, that's really kind of how we kick off every conversation with Trump supporters.
Do y'all agree that with him helping Japan restore the yen right now?
Restore the yen?
Yeah, right now their economy is struggling, so the U.S. is currently helping Japan kind of like spend euros to buy yen right now.
Oh, yeah. The U.S. helped Japan to stabilize the yen, and yes, I do agree with that. Do you know why I agree with that?
Yeah.
because Japan owns so many treasuries. They own a decent percentage of our treasure there. Now, obviously, as far as foreign nations go, they own a lot. Now, we own most of it is owned by us, right? The United States domestically owns most of it. But of the foreign nations that own a lot, Japan owns a lot. So I think that it's not bad because it helps stabilizing the yen, helps stabilize the dollar, and therefore helps stabilize our economy. So I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing, personally.
Yeah, Japan has been one of our allies for basically since the end of World War II, and there's history there. The yen was also like it's been used as I guess kind of a reserve currency. Obviously, the U.S. is the main one. The next largest one is the euro, and then it's the yen. And Japan has always kind of been just I guess a presence in Asia for us. So it's not surprising. And I mean, to Matt's point, most people think that China owns the most debt, the most U.S. debt. I know I've heard for a long time people say, "Oh, well, China owns all our debt. They own more than everyone. That they could just call it in and bankrupt us." China's actually been getting rid of our debt. They've been selling it off slowly over the years. Recently, Japan to this day is still number one. They've always been number one for the most part. Like China, I don't think that China ever had more than Japan. But yeah, no, Japan owns a shit ton of U.S. debt. So yeah, we're inevitably going to be super friendly with them. Not to mention, we have significant military interest in that country, right? I mean, you got Okinawa, and Japan is basically our forward operating base in the Pacific, assuming that shit pops off with China.
Yep. All right. Well, I gotta go. It was nice having a conversation with you guys.
Okay. Well, if you'd like to chat again, that's fine. We appreciate having a civil discussion. So appreciate it, caller. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
All right. I mean, there's some other like there's some other trade considerations there with the yen stuff. Like we could like really get into nitty gritty stuff. Like, but I think overall, I think it's fine. I think it's a good thing personally.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other thing.
Freshwater said foreign nations own 24% of U.S. debt, enough to have an impact. I mean, yeah, but that means the other 76% that's domestically held. That was the whole point, right? I mean, the odds of a nation calling in U.S. debt, that's unprecedented. Never happened. Never happened. Because that basically guarantees that country is not about to get any more benefits from the United States. Like it's going to be one of those really pissed off situations where it's like, oh, all right, well, they're calling it in. All right, we're going to pay, and then fuck off for the rest of eternity. Like not going to work with them ever again. So it's kind of like a mutually assured destruction kind of situation. The largest holder is Japan. I think that China's dropped down to like fourth largest.
I think it's third. I think it's Japan, the UK, China, and then it's someone weird like Luxembourg.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I know that if you count the European Union as a single entity, I think that they are number 2. I think they might they might hold more than Japan.
Here, real quick. Let's see, because I think I've got this on the Treasury holdings. Hold, please. Foreign holdings. All right. And this is as of March. We'll show this in one second. Real quick, I just want to say thank you to Tammy. Thank you to Tammy in the Blue app. Said, these idiots never cared about birthright citizenship until their orange daddy tells them to hate it. I mean, this whole thing was so fucking fringe until Trump agreed 100%. Tammy, very good point. Jay, or our friend Cloud Hitter down in the chat says, imagine being a grown ass man staying alive where he's unwanted, running his CK cock holster about things he has no clue about, signed a trans man who is more of a man than TPA will ever be. You're goddamn right. I mean, well, especially now. I mean, that goes without saying. And thank you to Nina. Said, Matt, your Red Sox just beat my White Sox in extras. Boo. Still love you, though. Well, thank you, Nina. You didn't have to send it in to say that. But yes, in 11, the Red Sox pulled it off. W's to Durban, cranking that one out. So here we go. Domestic holders and foreign holders. Here we go. So this is as of March. We've got this is okay, so here's 2025. Here we go. So, as of 2025, Japan is the largest with 1.2 billion. Then you've got this whatever the fuck these people, the United Kingdom with 889 billion.
Sounds
Go
communist.
the United Kingdom.
So the UK with 889. And then third is China with 683 billion. And then Belgium with 481 billion. And then Luxembourg with 426 billion. And then, oh no, I'm sorry. Canada and Cayman Islands, I apologize. Canada and Cayman Islands are tied with 427 billion. Then Luxembourg for 426. Then,
hang on.
Yeah.
But Cayman Islands is a bit of a red herring, right? Because it's going to be that they're held by bank accounts that are based in the Cayman Islands, but they probably don't belong to people from the Cayman Islands.
Yeah, right. So who actually holds that debt? So that's interesting. So yeah. So we've got that, and then after them, France with 376 billion, Ireland with 340 billion, and then Switzerland with 300 billion, and then everyone else after that. So that's.
But again, I would say that Switzerland is probably also a red herring.
Yeah. Swiss bank accounts are a thing, kids. Swiss bank accounts are a thing. So
I'm surprised
I
the
looked
Virgin
it up.
Islands aren't up there.
I was curious. So if you count the EU altogether, so that will not include the UK, RIP, and won't count Switzerland. So if you count all of the EU together, it's about 2 trillion, which that would be the most.
That'd be the most.
And then the next would be Japan at about 1.2 trillion. But yeah, the overwhelming majority is domestically held. And it is one of those things where domestically held debt, this gets into just the goofiness of money, or at least how money in the US works. Like, it just the sheer silliness of it all. So the domestically held debt, like, obviously a lot of that is going to be people who, if you got bonds, those are that's US debt. And so, people's retirement accounts, there's probably bonds in there, and so there's reasons for that. I mean, a lot of that debt, it's just like, oh, hey, we owe ourselves this money. And then it becomes a question of what would happen if we just said, okay, well, we owe ourselves this money, but also how about we just don't pay ourselves this money because we owe ourselves, and well, we fucked up that year, so who the fuck cares? It's our debt. Like, and that gets into, like, that's one of the assertions of like modern monetary theory, which is like a whole other economic. Woo! It does get crazy. It gets crazy.
Fucking this is by the way, this is what we're on the Peterson Foundation, which they do economics, and so this is through, and by the way, I was wrong, this is actually through 2025, not through 2026, just so we're all clear on the numbers, but still I think this is fairly accurate. But this is what Nemo is talking about. This is debt held by the public, owned by domestic creditors. So you've got $4.5 trillion basically in the Federal Reserve. That's what you're talking about. $4.4 trillion in mutual funds, $1.7 trillion state and local governments, $973 billion in pension funds, $1.8 trillion in depository institutions, and then other is $5.7 trillion. So that's interesting. Very interesting. No, there you go. Guys, we've got between here and the tube and everything, we've got damn near 1,200 people hanging out with us, which we're so glad that you guys are here. But we would really, really like to have some more conversations. So if you are a Trump supporter, we'd invite you to request that up over here. Request that up. Let's have a chat. If you're over on the tube or on Twitch, feel free to call in. That last guest was a caller from Twitch. That number is pinned. It's right above my head. It's also pinned in the chat over on the tube. So, let's go. Let's talk some more about all of the things that you guys like. So,
can I read out a contribution?
Of course, yes, absolutely.
Thank you, Julie, for poking my pee-pee. I greatly enjoyed it. And said just a little something for being awesome. So thank you very much, Julie.
I wanted to play this earlier. Now what I was saying earlier is, I know I rag a lot on New York sports teams and whatnot, but I lived in New York City. Okay, I lived in New York City, and I like New York City. And so I want to point out this. This is a protest, and if you guys can't see, these are not just Jewish people who are protesting over here. These are Hasidic Jews. And I'd like to just point out where they stand. I'd like you to see this.
Is here. Look, under my foot. Your idol, your Zion Nazi idol, is under my foot. You baby killer. Free Palestine!
Now, this is why we say that there is a... Oh, Lenati, that's your neighborhood friend. That's amazing. This is why we say that there is a difference between being anti-Semitic and disliking the government of Israel or the actions of the state of Israel. They understand it, and so do a lot of our other Jewish friends and family. They understand it. It is completely acceptable to criticize the actions of a country and their government. And you can do so without hating an ethnic group of people or a religion. It is very, very simple. very simple to do that. By the way, not only are they holding Palestinian flags, they're also holding Lebanese flags. I lived in the neighborhood in Brooklyn that I lived in. I lived right around these folks, and I felt just fine. I felt just fine about it, and I really never had any issue. And quite frankly, I'm not actually terribly surprised that they're the kind of people that would come out and say that they're upset with this, because they recognize the fact that this is they recognize the fact that this is hurting their community, because too many people cannot separate these two things, and that's really fucked up. I'm not happy about the people that cannot separate the Jewish people or Judaism as a religion from the state of Israel. It's very disappointing.
Something very similar has been happening in London with Orthodox Jewish people who are the most recognizable people, if you see them on the street as being Jewish, are very anti this war that is going on. Not all, but a lot.
Yeah. They're not recognized by mainstream Jewish groups. Hasidic Jews aren't recognized. Okay, bud, whatever you say. All of a sudden, because Hasidic Jews are criticizing Israel, they're not recognized. Okay. Cool story, bro.
So, okay, two things. So
all right.
There's this. Let me see if I can get the thing.
I'm gonna go to bed just before you start, Nemo. So
yeah, you're good.
Just letting you all know. Bye.
Okay, Erika, bye. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon or morning or whenever. Okay, bye.
So, have you seen the interview that Jon Stewart did with John Fetterman?
I have, yes. You want to play the clip? Because I have the clip.
Yeah.
I have the clip favorited.
I got that one.
So
all right, here. By the way, if you weren't already annoyed with John Fetterman, if you already didn't like John Fetterman, oh boy. Ooh boy.
You could agree with them 90%, but Israel is the red line.
Absolutely. Israel for me. Like I can't ever turn my back to Israel after where it's at.
So, and I mean no disrespect on this, but that is not our country. You're saying that these candidates may have great ideas for our economy. They may want to do the exact same thing you want to do in terms of getting money out of politics. They may want to increase the social safety net. They may want to change the balance of power from capital back to labor. But if they don't agree with you on Israel, you don't want them in your party.
Well, I don't know who you're referencing to specifically.
No, I'm referencing what you just said.
Name
So
one.
in other words, Syed or AOC or Bernie Sanders, I assume you agree with a lot of what they say economically.
And what I'm saying is, like, if you are a DSA member, if you are a member of a specific political party, run under your own banner. And now I think Bill Maher said something very insightful. He said, the DSA are colonizing the Democratic Party. So just be Democrats if you're going to run under the Democratic Party for that. Why have a DSA party for overall? So run on that, and you all understand.
It's just an organization. It's not, we have a two-party system. It's like the Freedom Caucus in the Republican Party. There's Randy Fine and Ogles and all these nutbags that are also part of an area, and Republicans, I'm sure, may not agree with all of them on all kinds of things, but there is no other party.
Well,
I guess you could you could try it. But my point is, if you don't disagree with him on a lot of things, why not use some of that energy? And even like Mamdani in New York is DSA, but there are things in the DSA platform that he disagrees with. And I'm assuming there's probably things in the Democratic platform that you might disagree with, but you don't disavow the entire thing. You're literally saying we can all have discussions, except when it comes to Israel, which is not America. It seems like a weird line to draw.
Well, so then, I don't think that's weird. I think what history demonstrates is that when people or a government or people turn their back to the Jewish community, things end really badly, and it's a dangerous.
Jewish community and Israel are not the same thing, brother man. They're not. That is not the same thing.
No. It's like, hey, it's like if I have to pick a side for after 10/7 and after Iran, I'm always going to stand with Israel. I'm always going to vote and support whatever that's necessary to protect themselves and to prosecute Hamas, Hezbollah, and Iran too.
So for you could agree with them 90%, but Israel is the red line.
Absolutely. Israel for me. Like I can't ever turn my back to Israel after where it's at.
So, and I mean no disrespect on this, but that is not our country. You're saying that these can't.
Like, what?
Yeah.
Like what, bro? So this
Our
is the
party.
So this is the next clip, but like unfucking believe, like he basically was just like, yeah, I'll just never stop supporting Israel no matter what.
Yeah. It's such a weird line. I mean, they've got to be giving him some like good shit. Like I don't know what it is, but damn.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
And check this clip out. I think I know which one this is too.
Is starting to elect people that are going to struggle to win in the kinds of places that are going to define who's going to win in 28. That's a fact. And now a lot of these ideas and a lot of these extreme views are coming from the kind of people that have never won a real competitive election in state that holds both sides, and hold people accountable to explain a way forward when we live in a very divided country right now. I think the responsibility is to police your own ranks, and it's like there's plenty of people, as I've been criticizing some of the Republican views, but overall describing what garbage is garbage, like P. Hustle in Maine. Like I was, like he was an absolute garbage.
Oh, Plattner.
Yeah. I mean, like, so that's not a caricature.
And you were saying that before the allegations of rape.
What I'm saying, it's like a Nazi tattoo on your chest means like, yeah, you probably have Nazi inclinations. And if you are accused of roughing up your ex-girlfriends, yeah, that's a non-starter for me. And if you think an American hero, that's being shot by the Taliban is a dumb motherfucker that deserves to die, I think that disqualifying is too. I think Maine has a better person to represent, my party.
So there's just a couple things there, and I appreciate you having the conversation.
I too. You've been very fair here. Absolutely.
If your concern is winning elections, I don't know if you coming out and calling people pro-Hamas, which I think is a caricature of many of their positions, is that helpful to them? And second of all, you've been very, you called President Trump a jagoff in 2016. Like,
yeah, absolutely. I put it on a shirt. I sold him.
You put it on a shirt. And now you've been very complimentary to him. And if your concern with Graham Plattner is you didn't think he was very nice to women, you're ignoring an awful lot of evidence for the current president about his relationship with women. So my point is, there seems like there's a way to go about this that embraces, as you said, the 90% of things that you agree with, and try and utilize that energy to reform a party that has a worse public image than herpes in terms of getting things done. This feels like it's playing into the hands of Republican caricatures.
Why can't people on the Democratic side finally figure out why Trump was so competitive and winning 2 out of the 3 last cycles?
Yeah, John. Yeah, Fetterman. Let's move further to the right. Let's demonize the people that are actually helping us win elections. God fucking damn it.
Like, does he think that he stumbled upon some kind of novel political strategy? Guys, what we need to do is let's be Republicans, but we're Democrats. Let's do that, because then that will get these people who call themselves independent, moderate, centrists, apolitical, that'll get them.
Yeah.
Because obviously, they can't shit or get off the pot. So all that they are waiting on is a Democrat to just be a Republican, but call themselves a Democrat. That's what they're actually waiting on.
We're seeing it we're seeing it in real time. And oh, by the way, thank you on the tube. Thank you on the tube to our friend Taffy. Thank you, Taffy. You know how people sleep talk? Here's a sleep dono. I don't know. Good night. Don't poke Erika's PP with this. We'll do that in private later. Well, you better do the poking in private. So yeah, okay. Anyways, I don't know how many of you guys watch Cassie Wilson's videos.
Listen, if we're working with us, listen, if
I really like I like her. She is funny, and also usually very spot on. And so it says, if you can't read it at the top of the screen, it says the Democratic establishment. Okay, this video is fucking perfect.
Working with us, we don't want. Listen, if we want to attract Democratic voters, we have to pivot center. Fuck. Okay, that was just a fluke. He's the social media candidate. Fuck. All right, well, New York is full of radical leftists. It can never happen outside of there. Fuck. It's just those are all comfortably blue districts, all right? This could never happen in a swing state. In fact, we will pour $60 million into the Senate race to make sure that it doesn't happen. Fuck. Listen, if we want to...
So they went from Mondomini to Mila Kuros to Abdul Asi. I mean, obviously, like if you guys couldn't see I realize it may be a little small. She's fucking great. Usually, I feel like her content is really good, but that's the Democratic Party right now, going like, well, that's a fluke. Well, it's like, no, it's really not. It's really not. There's people. Cassie Wilson, CASSIE, Cassie, and then Wilson. That's just her username. Here, I'll put it. I'll just put it down here for you guys. So, real simple. It's being borne out right now in real fucking time. You saw, and Maine is another perfect example, because you saw what happened. Is that even after Plattner left the race, they're like, fuck off to the Democratic establishment. They don't interfere. We want a progressive candidate. And now Troy Jackson, granted, it's within the margin of error. I'm not like, this and that, but it's 49 to 46% was the last poll. So, like, it's competitive, you know?
Yeah.
I saw that. This is great,
so
too.
This guy, Spencer Earle, fucking love him. I watch all of his stuff. It's kind of the same sentiment. Yeah.
Oh, There's a lot of really good creators that are absolutely seeing all this shit and just fucking nailing it.
Vote blue, no matter who. So stop fucking whining, put on your big boy pants, and vote. Vote blue no matter what. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Frick idiot. Frick idiot head. It's different when I do it. It is different. It's not fair. It's not fair. I'm like the most angriest I've ever been in my life. I hate you. I hate you. I'm trying to explode you with my mind. I'm not talking to you till you change your mind. I don't want to. And explode. And explode. So I'm going to vote for the Republican.
And then it's all of these Democrats that are like shitting on, like not committing to
you got
endorsing or getting behind progressive candidates, even though they're like, yeah, vote blue no matter who. Like, it's God fucking damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, okay, so I definitely blame Democratic leadership and people like Ken Martin. I definitely blame him. But like Chuck Schumer, the fuck Chuck Schumer, really? Hakeem Jeffries. I mean, Pelosi is finally going off into the sunset, so whatever. But it's so frustrating to watch a party and the leadership of that party insist on just doing the wrong strategy over and over and over, because it worked one time in the 90s and then kind of worked in 2020. Like, that's it. That's really it. I think that, I mean, it's no coincidence that the leadership of the party, they're all old. I mean, I guess Hakeem Jeffries isn't, but he was handpicked by Pelosi. And, it's just this stasis in a strategy that worked in the 90s, which it barely worked in the 90s. Like, I think that what ends up happening is when somebody wins the presidency, a few years goes by and then people just kind of assume that person dominated or something. Like Bill Clinton. I think that a lot of people today think that Bill Clinton owned that shit in 92. Like he did in 96. That's fair. But in 1992, I think a lot of people just assumed that Bill Clinton kicked George H.W. Bush's ass, and he didn't. The only reason that Bill Clinton won the first time in 1992, the only reason is because Ross Perot was running. Ross Perot was a third-party candidate.
Now, see here,
or
Nemo.
like an independent.
See here, Nemo. We're going to talk about the economy. That guy, I remember this when I was a kid. That guy actually paid the networks for fucking airtime in prime time and was doing talking about the economy. Like, it was fucking wild, man. Fucking Ross Perot. But you're 100% right. That's why that is really what paved the way for Clinton, because Perot, for sure, pulled conservative voters away from Bush.
Absolutely. 100%. Yeah. And I mean, he had more money than God, and he was running for whatever reason. And yeah, he pulled votes away from George H.W. Bush because at the time, George H.W. Bush, the economy wasn't too hot. And I mean, he was riding high from, oh hey, the Cold War's over. Also, Gulf War kicked ass there. Sup, y'all? But the economy wasn't doing that great, and Ross Perot was able to peel off just enough that it allowed Bill Clinton to just pick up everything. Like 1 in 5 people who voted in 1992. This is how crazy it is. 1 in 5 Americans who voted in 1992 voted for Ross Perot. 1 in 5. He did not get a single electoral college vote. Not one.
Nope.
That's how silly the electoral college is.
It's wild. No, I was just going to say it's wild. I was going to pull it up. Keep going.
Yeah, so Bill Clinton was running this like moderate bullshit campaign. Like he literally just said, "Hey, you know what Reagan is doing? I basically just want to kind of do that. Like I'm a new Democrat. I'm a neoliberal, baby. Like what's up? We're just going to kind of do the same thing that Reagan is doing or Reagan did. The era of big government is over. And you know we might do some tweaks around the edges with taxes." But yeah, I'm just gonna. My economic plan is more or less just the same as them. But I'm a new Democrat. I got some conservative views. I got some liberal views. I'm from the South. I'm from Arkansas. Like I'm not one of those northern elite Democrats. And I mean in Clinton's case, number one, he definitely had strengths. I'm not saying that he was dog shit. He was extremely intelligent, like fucking crazy intelligent, and he was charismatic. He was good at like kind of distilling things down to memorable quotes. That's extremely important. But legit, Ross Perot is the only reason that he got in 92, and then in 96 it's way easier because you're already the president. And Bill Clinton, like things were going pretty good. And yeah, it was just kind of whatever. So because of that, I think that a lot of people memory hold it into, well, Bill Clinton is a fucking genius who clearly cracked the code on how to do a presidency, how to run for president. So we just have to emulate him the whole time. Well, it didn't really work for Gore because he kind of did the same thing. And I mean, to be fair, he probably should have. He would have got it. He would have squeaked it out. But fuckery, conservatives, SCOTUS. Nonetheless, Gore barely would have squeaked it out. John Kerry, holy fuck. He again, 4 years of George W. Bush, and it was the bad, like the fuck up years. It was the hey, let's invade 2 whole ass countries and good God, just all the fuckery of George W. Bush. And yet John Kerry couldn't pull it off. Because what was it other than we're just Republicans, but we're kind of nice, so vote for us. Didn't work for Kerry. Now Barack Obama had several things going for him. Number one, 8 years of George W. Bush, people were fucking tired, especially because the economy was falling, like just straight free fall. So he had that going for him. Number two, Barack Obama is Barack Obama. Homeboy is charming as fuck. He can make a recipe for banana bread sound like the most profound thing that you have ever heard. He just has, he's got the voice, he's got the charm. He's young, fresh face, and the country was hurting for something. Like, well, we have to have something different. And what did he run on? Hope, change. Okay, well, that sounds great in a world that has no hope because the housing market is in just complete free fall and change because, wow, the last 8 years have been fucking terrible. So let's do that. And if you look at his policies when he campaigned, this is really progressive. He was talking about doing some really progressive shit for the time. He was talking about closing Gitmo. He was talking about doing essentially Medicare for all. He was talking, and I mean, his original stance on gay marriage was, it was very early 2000s.
Thank you, Chris. Very nice.
Civil unions.
Thank you for Nemo.
But,
thank you.
The point is that when Obama campaigned, he campaigned as a progressive, and his messaging reflected that. And it inspired a whole electorate to come out. People who've never voted before to come out and vote for him. And I mean, his administration, he governed like a moderate, did get some good stuff done. Don't get me wrong, did get some good stuff done. But he governed as a moderate. And I feel like a lot of people tied up everything in him, which that's not fair to him. But they tied up all of the hope that they have. They tied it up in him. They were like, if we can just get him elected, he's going to fix everything. Okay, that's not how a presidency works. Now, Trump supporters might be listening and say, well, oh, wait, you're saying that a president isn't all-powerful, but you say that about Donald Trump all the time. The easiest way to think about it, it is way easier to break something than it is to build it. You can break a V12 engine by taking a fucking lug wrench and just throwing it into it and just, all right, there we go. But building that, you have to be a god to build that. You have to know so much mechanical knowledge is required for you to correctly build that machine.
Oh yeah.
And you can break it with just like caveman logic. So the point is that what Barack Obama was trying to do, he wasn't trying to break a system. He was trying to build, to create, right? Donald Trump, he has, all that he has done is just, okay, well, we're ripping all this shit out. I don't understand what these regulations are for. Fuck it. Just ripping stuff out, cutting programs, cutting funding, and just firing shitloads of people. Even if they are like nuclear, what is it? The nuclear agency. The agency that is tasked with overseeing our nukes. Just firing those people and then hiring them back immediately.
Real quick, I want to say thank you, Christy, on the blue. Christy said, "Hey Matt, do you think the Dems are against the DSA because they know most of the country doesn't understand socialism? Love your show, and the piano today was great. Much love. Thank you, friend. Appreciate you. I think that part of what's going on here is the Democratic establishment is worried because it's a boogeyman. You know, there is somebody who watches this stream who frequently comments or has commented a number of times on my videos over on YouTube. And they say sometimes I think that they're just trying to be either they're just trying to be contrarian, or they just really want they want as much as possible to try and be like, oh well, I'm not a Trump supporter, but you're wrong. So trying to take away the, well, you can't attack me because I'm not a Trump supporter, but you're still wrong. And it's like, well, no, I'm not. And I still also am happy to defend myself anyways. One of the things that they said most recently was when we talked about the DSA recently, and I pointed out the DSA's platform. And there's something in the DSA platform, and when we were going through the DSA platform, I forget when it was, but they're like, you glossed over the fact that they want to abolish prisons and abolish the police, and I can't get behind that. And I was like, okay, well, that's not really what it says. They want to get rid of the current systems. That's what they mean. Because if you read the little paragraph, by the way, it's a very simple fucking paragraph, right? But it was a paragraph where they're like, we need to abolish, and this is on their website, and they're like, we need to abolish prisons and the carceral system and the police state. And it's like, yeah, absolutely we do. And then they go on to talk about how we need oversight. We need civilian oversight boards for the police and blah, 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 blah. And it talks about all these things. And I'm like, and it's like, wait a second. Because he's like, yeah, it just says right there, you're going to abolish it. Why are you trying to defend it? I was like, but it also says that they want civilian oversight boards for the police. So if they were just going to abolish the police completely, that wouldn't make any sense, would it? He's like, well, you're just trying to twist yourself into a pretzel. It's not my fault that they wrote this poorly, blah, blah. And I was like, well, no, they want to abolish the police in their current state. They want to abolish the carceral prison system in its current state because both of those things are fucked up. The way that we run our prison system for profit is really unlike any other country in the world. And we're like third or fourth, depending on which particular list you look at. We are third or fourth for incarcerations per capita. And we're really only behind like El Salvador and Turkmenistan and I think maybe North Korea. Like it was North Korea or Russia. Like,
I think North Korea. Yeah.
Like we are so fucked in terms of the way that our carceral state runs. We should abolish the prisons in America and create a new system. That's what it's talking about. But it's somebody like that who literally is just being like, well, it says that, and I'm not gonna accept the fact that it literally explains further that there should be other things involved. Nope. I just read that, and that's it. So Christy, to your point, I think that there might be some hand-wringing from the Democratic establishment about things like that? Sure. I'm sure that there is. But I think that the real problem here, is that DSA candidates and people who are progressives, they want change. They're not going to settle for politicians that glad hand. They're not going to settle for politicians that just give lip service to us anymore. They're not going to settle for politicians that take a shitload of lobbyist money, right, which they're all used to doing. I will absolutely include a bunch of the mainstream Democrats in this as well. They're all very much used to taking this money. They're not particularly on board with that. And I do think that the Israel issue is a big one as well. So you've got all of those different things kind of lining up, and you've got dumb people like that guy that I was just talking about who are they're like, well, I'm not a Trump supporter. I agree with you on things, but this is ridiculous. This is why I wouldn't vote for them. I won't vote for them. I was like, all right, dude. Well, then if you think that we should keep these systems in place, he's like, well, if you think we should just get rid of the police and get rid of prisons, I don't know what to tell you. You're just insane. I'm like, that's not what it says. You can literally read it right here. But that's what these people are doing. And so I think to a degree, sure, maybe they're afraid of it, but I think that the bigger overarching thing is they don't like that progressives want to get the money out. They want to move things to the left, and they want to actually make substantive change. And I do think that mainstream Democrats want change to a degree, but they're just fucking inching towards it. And it's just no longer acceptable. It's no longer acceptable to most of us. So that would be my answer.
Yeah, I mean the whole tweaking around the edges thing, that works great when times are good. You know, like the whole tweaking around the edges thing, that works in the 90s because the economy is good and people can afford things. You know, okay, all right, yeah, sure. And I mean, you know, to an extent, Obama in 2012, I guess. You know, again, all right, I guess that kind of works because things that were on the upward swing at that point. Some things. So, okay, I mean, I guess. But it doesn't work when we're in the times that we are now, where times are not good. They are not good. People cannot afford things. I mean, basic things. People's power bills are insane, and they are only going to get more insane. People's rent or mortgages, insane. Only going to get worse. It's not tenable. These things are not tenable. And to come along and say, oh, well, okay, I know that the house is on fire. So what we're going to do is we're going to put out the fire in this specific section. And we are going to we're going to use a grid system in this section, and we are going to go square by square. And we're going to, I have a 30-point plan on how we are going to systematically and efficiently put out the fire in this specific part of the house. Okay, I mean, yeah, the rest of the house is burning. Like, good on you for trying to put out the fire there. That's a lot of effort that you also are not putting on the rest of the house. And the alternative is Republicans who, I mean, obviously biased here, but like Republicans are just like, more gasoline. Let's fucking go. Did you know there is a house underneath this house? So we are going to continue to burn it because there's a mansion underneath the ashes of this house. So we have to burn it more. I know we've been burning it for the last 50. We got to burn it harder. We got to get gas. We've got to get all the household chemicals that will definitely get you on a list if you buy too much of them at your local hardware store. We need to get all of those things and just throw it in there all at once. That's what the Republicans are doing. And they'll pitch it to people as, yeah, but you know, yes, the house is on fire, but you get to save money on cooling or on heat. You get to save money on heat. You don't have to worry about being cold.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's on fire. So like, yeah, it's fine.
Guys, it's fine. Nemo, real quick, this is important, by the way. I've been asked to thank you. Erika, British Erika, says, just left my phone playing the live at the top of my stairs while I put the rubbish out. Buzz stayed there listening to you rather than following me out. Can you please thank Nemo for pet sitting?
Aww.
W Nemo for pet sitting Buzz. W is for Nemo. Apparently Buzz was so entranced with your voice that he sat there and listened to you rather than follow Erika taking the rubbish out.
Buzz is definitely a labor voter, 100%. Buzz is voting for old labor, like the old school labor, the good shit, Corbyn labor.
We've got this. You want to play this FDR video?
Yeah. So just to like illustrate what I'm talking about, when the whole Democrats like the strategy that has been used since Bill Clinton, where I think that a lot of, especially a lot of the consultants, a lot of the leadership, a lot of the old guard establishment Democrats, they want to sell this bill of goods that we've progressed. Like, imagine how different things were in the 90s. Bill Clinton wasn't for gay marriage. Like, come on, guys. Bill Clinton wasn't for legalization of green stuff. Like, look how far we've come. And I mean, in certain ways, I guess, but also no, because your economic policy has not changed. It has not changed. And they want you to think that, oh, well, the further back in time you go, the Democrats just get more and more conservative. It's like, oh, well, I mean, if you went back to Truman, I mean, his economic policy, come on, guys, he was basically, I don't know, he was basically Rush Limbaugh. Like, we've really come pretty far. And this FDR, this clip, this is what he called the Second Bill of Rights, or the Economic Bill of Rights. He gave this speech in 1945. It was either 44 or 45. He had just won his final term. So, yeah, it would have been,
40,
I guess.
End of 44,
yeah.
maybe. He died early on in 45.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did take office, but he died pretty early on in 45. By the way, Erika would like me to remind you that Buzz is not a citizen, Nemo, and therefore not a voter. But, just FYI.
There is a cat in 10 Downing Street, so I don't want to hear nothing about Buzz not being able to vote, damn it.
Okay. All right. Here's FDR.
In our day, certain economic truths have become accepted as self-evident. A second Bill of Rights, under which a new basis of security and prosperity can be established for all, regardless of station or race or creed. Among these are the right to a useful and remunerative job, the right to earn enough to provide adequate food and clothing and recreation, the right of every farmer to raise and sell his products at a return which will give him and his family a decent living, the right of every businessman, large and small, to trade in an atmosphere of freedom, freedom from unfair competition and domination by monopolies at home or abroad, the right of every family to a decent home, the right to adequate medical care and the opportunity to achieve and enjoy good health, the right to adequate protection from the economic fears of old age, sickness, accident, and unemployment, the right to a good education. All of these rights spell security. And after this war is won, we must be prepared to move forward in the implementation of these rights to new goals of human happiness and well-being. For unless there is security here at home, there cannot be lasting peace in the world.
So I looked it up. This was in January of 44. And this was actually, I guess this was part of his State of the Union address. And so, yeah, he had, this would have been his
third term.
Yeah.
End of his third term.
Yeah. And then he would go on to win in November of 1944, and then die, I think it was in April of 45.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think it was March. It was right before Hitler offed himself. Like, but anyway, the point is, FDR was saying this in 1944. 1944.
Nemo.
And
it was April 12th, 1945. Can you believe that? That.
For people that don't know, Hitler offed himself April 30th.
Like fucking 2 weeks. 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
Fuck. Anyways, sorry. I just that makes me upset.
God,
actually.
It sucks.
Anyways.
But so the things that he laid out, right to a job, to some kind of employment, right to a decent income, right? So this would be a livable wage. Also with farmers, again, kind of the same thing. Farmers' rights to a fair income. So, roll those into one. Freedom from unfair competition and monopolies. Okay, cool. So actually, FTC doing its fucking job. Cool, excellent. The right to home, or to a home, to some type of home, to some type of shelter, right? The right to adequate medical care. And then the old age one, that's Social Security. And the right to a good education. Okay, so you got Social Security. Imperfect, but all right, he got that one. This is the policy platform of a progressive. Like, people who call themselves progressive in the Democratic Party, they need to have a policy platform like this. I can tell you, the people who have policy platforms like this, they are sure as fuck not tweets around the edges neoliberal. They are not. I'm just going to name names: Cory Booker, Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, John Fetterman. None of those people, not a goddamn one, would ever agree to this. No.
Nope.
How do we pay for it? Who the fuck? Really? The only time that question comes up is when it's about helping Americans. All of a sudden we give a fuck about a budget when it's helping Americans. When it's blowing up people half a world away, oh, well, we got unlimited money.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter then. Not at all.
Yeah, it's so fucking frustrating. And I mean, Bernie has run on this to a degree. Obviously, like the adequate medical care, that's Medicare for all.
With an open, excuse me, one moment, please. Real quick, thank you to our friend Wesley. Thank you, Wesley, over on the tube. It says Drake Robertson in the chat is denying J6 after denying the assassination attempts on Obama. After fear-mongering socialism and communism, I think it's time for Drake to call in or get lost. You spam lies and disrupt my favorite show. Much love. W's for our friend Wesley over on the tube. And Drake, you are a coward for not calling in and not doing anything about it. So. W's for our friend Wesley. Glenn, hello. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
How old are you and what state are you in?
33, California.
Oh, this is Nemo. It's the guy who thinks that China's full of white people.
Oh, Oh, hi.
Do you want to talk? Should we talk?
China's a nice country, right, guys?
I
You guys,
mean,
you literally said China's a nice country to live in.
I mean,
China's has zero diversity. There are zero black people, zero Mexicans, zero brown people. It is all Chinese people.
do you think that diversity is a good thing?
Are there any socialist countries that have diversity?
Hang on. You didn't answer Nemo's question. Answer his question.
Yes, I live in America. We're the most diverse.
If diversity is a good thing, then why are you voting for somebody who's eliminating diversity initiatives?
What diversity initiatives is he eliminating, Matt?
Oh,
can you name one?
Like, this shit just writes
You guys
itself.
are so
This
dumb,
is amazing.
Dude.
Really?
Name one socialist country that has diversity. Matt and Nemo?
No, Bud. Time out now. Relax. You've gotta stick with the conversation. I know this is tough for you. I know. Calm down. If you can't calm down, we're not going to be able to have a conversation now. Now, you asked me a question. You said, "What diversity initiatives is Donald Trump taking away?" You know that he signed an entire fucking executive order decrying DEI. What does DEI stand for? What does the D stand for, Bud?
That's when you hire people.
What does the D stand for? And no, it doesn't. That's not what DEI is.
Yes,
DEI
it is.
isn't about hiring. Wrong.
Yes, it is.
Wrong.
It's about hiring people.
No, it's not about hiring practices. You're just stupid.
We want the best people.
It's not about hiring
care what
practices. Affirmative action was about hiring, and the EEOC was about hiring people, but DEI isn't. You don't understand DEI because you're just stupid.
You're an idiot, Matt. Can you name one?
I would love for you to explain to me then how DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, and by the way, there's also an A on the end of it, which Donald Trump left off. That's for accessibility, because that would include people who are differently abled and have disabilities in certain ways. So it's DEIA in reality. I would love for you to explain how DEIA is used in hiring practices. Can you please explain to us? Yeah. No, since you think that it's used in hiring practices, explain. Stop talking and listen to my question. Explain how DEIA is used in hiring practices.
You goofball.
I know, dude. It's so funny. So explain it.
Sure. Workplace access for people of all backgrounds, races, genders, and abilities.
So how would that be hiring? It's talking about giving access to people who already work there.
Okay, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay,
you just said that DEI
what does
was
that even
for.
mean?
You just said that DEI was for hiring practices. You're thinking of the EEOC, or you're thinking of affirmative action, goofball.
Okay, so what does DEI mean? You tell me, Matt.
Well, it's DEIA, so it's diversity.
DEIA.
Well, if you're going to say it, bud, you need to say it right.
Look at those eyeballs, dude. Okay, go on. What is DEI, Matt?
But if you can't lay off the white stuff, I would recommend that you not come up on our live, because this is
those
really,
eyeballs.
Bud, can you calm down? Can you just take a little chill pill? If you want me to answer your question, stay on mute and be a good boy and be quiet for a second, okay? Can you do that for us? No. Stay on mute for a second. Can you stay on mute for me for a second? No, you can't do it. You can't do it. You can't be a fucking adult and stop for a minute, because you asked me a question. So would you like an answer to the question to have a conversation like an adult, or do you just want to come off mute and spew your whatever bullshit you want to say because you can't actually stop?
Let's hear it, cultist.
Oh, no. So I'm going to wait until you stay on mute. Unless you can stay on mute, I'm not going to answer your question, and we're not going to continue the conversation. So, you're going to stay on mute now like a good boy?
Sure, cultist.
Nope. See, you came off mute then. You came off mute. So. Okay, there we go. Finally. So, DEIA is basically a framework. It's a framework that's set up, and it's all about treating people fairly. It's all about treating people fairly, giving them equal opportunities, and creating a welcoming environment for a bunch of different people. It can include races, it can include genders, it can include people with different socioeconomic backgrounds, and obviously people with different physical and mental abilities. Now, for example, it would benefit highly a group of people like veterans. for example, do you care about veterans, Glenn?
Yes, Matt.
Wonderful. I'm glad that you care about veterans because I care about veterans too. So if we have a veteran who has PTSD and loud noises scare them and induce a trauma response, it would be a really good idea if the office that that veteran worked in, he or she or they, it would be a really good idea if the people that worked around that veteran knew that they shouldn't scare them or play pranks on them or play loud music or do things like that because that would induce their PTSD. So a DEIA training within the workplace would be to say, hey, Susan over here served in the military proudly, but she has PTSD, so everyone should be aware that Susan needs a workplace that is free from loud banging noises. So that's something that Susan needs. Or maybe there's a mother who just gave birth who's going to bring their toddler in with them to work. So sometimes they're going to need a place that they can feed the baby. Or maybe it's about accessibility because, we've got somebody who's got a walker or a wheelchair or a cane, or they need some sort of access in some sort of a way. See, those are DEIA trainings, and they're not what you think that they are. They're not about, we're just going to hire a bunch of brown people. That's not what it is. And so since you're so fucking stupid, I'm really glad that I could explain what DEIA is to you, even though you tried to unmute a bunch of times.
That's amazing.
You're really not listening to what I'm saying.
You're
awesome. Just trying to respond, and you're not actually fucking listening to a fucking word that I'm saying. Then shut the fuck up until I'm done fucking stalking, and then you can talk.
Man, you need help.
Shut the fuck up until I'm done talking.
You need fucking help.
No, you do, because you can't stop fucking talking.
She needs a...
Shut the fuck up.
So how do they...
Shut the fuck up.
How do you help
Shut the fuck up.
Dude, you need...
Shut the fuck up.
You need fuck...
You've never gotten punched in the face and it shows.
You need...
It really shows that no one has ever fucking clocked you right in the fucking mouth. Not that I'm saying that I would. I'm saying hypothetically, it shows that no one has ever fucking done that to you. That's all I'm saying.
It's always the same script with them.
It is. I knew from the get-go that was just going to be a complete fucking waste of time. He's just such a little crybaby. He's a little bitch-ass crybaby. Anyways, did you understand? Did you understand anything that I said, you little bitch-ass crybaby? Do you understand what DEIA is now, or do you need me to explain it again slower like I would with a fucking 5-year-old?
So how do we make...
Do you need me to explain it again, yes or no?
Yes, how do we make blacks...
How do we what?
How do we make Mexicans feel comfortable? You mentioned PTSD. You mentioned pregnant women, whatever. How do we make blacks feel more comfortable with DEI, Matt? Explain.
I know.
Let's hear it. Call me.
Step one, don't call them blacks.
What do we call them, Nemo?
Black people?
Oh, don't call them blacks. Call them black people. This is some enlightening stuff, guys. You guys are goofballs, dude. Now my question. Name one diverse...
No, I don't think so. We don't really care about other countries. We're not talking about other countries. We're talking about the United States of America and why, if you care about diversity, you voted for someone that is trying to eliminate diversity. It's almost like you're a walking contradiction and you don't even understand what the fuck you're talking about because you're so fucking stupid. So, why did you vote for somebody who is trying to eliminate diversity if you're someone who cares about diversity?
Okay, what are the most dangerous cities in the U.S., Matt? These are...
Why are you voting for someone who doesn't care about diversity?
I guess I don't care about diversity, Matt.
Hey, a question. Well, and a quick question for you, Glenn.
And neither do you, China boy. China. You're a clown, Matt.
Yeah, okay, bud. Anyways,
Nemo's
my
a literal
question for you...
communist. Is communism big government control, Nemo?
No.
Okay, so communism isn't big government control, according to Nemo.
Yeah, it's the
Holy
absence of government.
shit. Holy shit. You guys are so dumb.
Oh.
You guys like Dr. Fauci or what?
Oh, wow.
Were you happy that Dr. Fauci pled the fifth?
What a pivot.
What a pivot, Matt. What a pivot
Are you
away from
upset? Are you upset that Fauci pled the fifth?
Don't make loud noises in the workplace.
It's crazy how you're
Yes, I am
just
mad
making
Dr.
fun of
Fauci
PTSD.
pled the fifth.
That's wild.
You're not mad that science pled the fifth, huh? You're a goofball, Nemo.
So
how many doses did you guys get?
Are you upset that he pled the fifth?
Yes, he is a mass murderer. He's the greatest mass murderer of all time.
Okay, so you're upset. You're upset that he pled the fifth. Hold on, calm down. So
You're not
upset that he
mad.
pled the fifth. Why?
Because he orchestrated the pandemic. You don't think so, Nemo? You think it came
No.
from a bat at a wet market, right?
I don't know where it came from.
Yeah, of course you don't know. You're a goofball, Nemo.
Okay.
You don't know where it came from. You have no idea. What if you had to guess, Nemo?
Can you guess? I've heard compelling arguments for both. The science seems to lean towards more than likely it was
a lab.
Right? No, that's not what the science
Really?
leans toward. Yes, really.
What do you know about science, Nemo? Can you define woman, Nemo?
Yes.
What's woman? What's a woman, Nemo?
Adult female human.
Adult female human.
Anyways,
Okay.
anyways, to answer your question, because we're not going to pivot all the way. God
Can a
damn,
woman
dude.
have a-
Anyways, so what you're trying to do is they've genetically analyzed.
Can women have-
They've genetically, dude. I'm trying to answer your question before you pivot away to something
You're an
else that you
idiot.
don't understand. I know you're fucking stupid, and you.
Let's hear it.
Good, then stop talking. Again, I don't know why I have to keep telling
Can
you to
men-
stop talking so that I can answer the question that you just asked. Stop doing coke. Jesus fucking
Is that
Christ, dude.
fucking face?
Anyways, fuck, dude. So I'll answer your question while you're down in the cheap seats because you're so fucking dumb and you're so fucking stupid. Sit there in the queue while I answer your fucking question, kid. God damn. Stop skiing. It's not good. You're going to have a hole in your fucking nose, kid. Okay? Like, and also, just so you know, like lately, that stuff has been laced with the F drug. Like, you will probably end up killing yourself. Don't do that. Like, genuinely, stop doing it. But anyways, they did an analysis of C19, and coronavirus naturally occurs in bats. It's naturally occurring. Animals have coronavirus. You fucking moron. You goofball, as you say, you stupid fucking Canuck. So, now that we've gotten that out of the way, most likely it's from a bat because they analyzed coronavirus in bats and it tracks because it's very similar to that. It's a mutation of other novel coronaviruses.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
There
real
are
fucking
these-
simple.
There are these so certain animals are referred to as like reservoirs, like viral or disease reservoirs. Basically, like bats are immune to this virus, right? And so they're able to just kind of carry it and whatever the fuck. That is far from the only one that bats are known to just be able to carry, and it's no big fucking deal. If you want to, I don't know, have nightmares, go check. What?
He got dinged for misinformation. Sorry, Glenn, you got a bio because you said a bunch of stupid shit and now you can't come back up. Go away. Bye-bye. You got a violation. You can't come back up.
Yeah. So, you know, it's far from the only disease that bats, for instance, are, I guess, immune to or unaffected by. If you want to, like, shit your pants, go look up Marburg virus. Have fun with that. bats are, once again, carriers, but they are unaffected. Marburg virus is fucking horrifying. Just, oh God. It's basically a strain of Ebola. So there's other examples. I mean, like, this is why oftentimes whenever you get bit by a wild animal, they say, hey, go get a rabies shot. Because, I mean, rabies, again, bats, more or less unaffected by it. Other animals can be affected by it, but, you know, there are these reservoirs for it. Another animal that's kind of like that is a pangolin, which I think it's an offshoot of like armadillos, same family. So there are these reservoirs, these animals that are kind of unaffected by certain things. And because they're carriers for it, and they're just kind of like little incubators, you know? And the thing is that depending on the virus, it'll mutate. Because every time that it replicates, it's just kind of like, I don't know, rolling dice. And every now and then there's like a little change. And most of the time those changes don't mean anything. They don't really change anything. And a lot of the time the changes are not useful. And so they end up being, I don't know, bred out, essentially. But then there are these other changes that are like really useful, like making it easier to spread, making the incubation time longer, because that would then mean, it spreads to more hosts, and that means it gets further. This is natural selection 101. The whole idea is to maximize the spread of whatever genetic material it is. And so that's, natural selection is basically that. It isn't quite, strong to survive, but that's kind of the simplified version. And that's why the Trump administration and the Chucklefuck Brigade, they pushed this bullshit line that had a little kernel of truth in it, which was that, well, we just got to give it time and it will evolve into a less deadly version. Is that possible? Or is there some truth to that? Sometimes. But not always. Sometimes it can evolve to be extra fucking spreadable with a long incubation time and still be deadly. And also it could evolve into something that seems to be not as deadly, and then, 20 years down the road, some insane shit happens. And if you think that is me just kind of making shit up, go check out. I'm gonna ruin y'all's day because I know that we got some folk in here that are not millennials, not millennials, not Gen Z. If you had chicken pox as a kid, welcome to hell, because you have a 1 in 3 chance of developing shingles.
Shut the fuck up. I hate you.
Yeah. Now, good news, there is a shingles vaccine. Definitely get it as soon as fucking possible.
I'm going to.
But the reason why you have a 1 in 3 chance of developing shingles is because shingles is the chickenpox virus. It reappears when you're older because it's there. Now, a lot of the time, you have to be significantly older. So, you get chickenpox when you're, a kid. Shingles, your risk doesn't really creep up until past 40, I think, or like 50. But there's plenty of people that develop it earlier on. That's the thing. So, by contrast, if you had the chickenpox vaccine, your risk of shingles is basically zero. Because the virus itself does not live within you. And so that's the difference. That is an example of why this, natural immunity is actually kind of sort of definitely bullshit. Not to mention all of the other things that you introduce with this whole thing of, I am going to throw this full strength virus at me and I'm going to make my body fight the final boss all on its own. Well, fuck, dude. Like, if you are young and healthy, are you going to survive? I mean, there's a solid chance that you're going to survive. Are you going to be completely healthy on the other side of it? Now, that's a question. That's not a certainty. All the things that people complained about with C-19, all these, what these little chuckle fucks said about, oh my God, myocarditis. Your risk of getting myocarditis, aka inflamed heart, more or less, is significantly higher when you're infected. The infection has a much higher rate of inducing that thing that you are fear-mongering about. Holy fuck. So, anyway, it likely came from an animal. Do I think it came from a wet market necessarily? I mean, like, I don't know about that. It more than likely came from an animal, because these things, they, like bats and pangolins, they are incubators. And there was absolutely a lab studying that near there. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, because that's where the bats are. That's where this shit is. And China specifically has a history with that family of viruses. Because back, I have these memories as a kid. It was like 2003, and there were all these like news reports about SARS. SARS is hitting China. And that's the same family. It's the exact same family.
So this is from British Erika. I know we've got Eric Shante down in the chat. Hello, Erika. We've got all the Erikas. I collect Erikas. It's a hobby of mine. This is Genetic Ghost suggests C-19's market origins. Team of scientists say it is beyond reasonable doubt that it started with infected animals sold at a market rather than a lab leak. And I don't want to read this out because I don't know. They're being weird about stuff. But it's scientists are saying that they're saying the same thing. And they've got a short list of animals: raccoon dogs, civets, bamboo rats as potential sources. It can't be definitive proof, but they're saying it's beyond a reasonable doubt. So, it's just like real fucking simple. Scientists have looked at this, and we're just going off of the science. We believe. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an epidemiologist. I don't study this stuff. So what I do is I believe the people who spent years in school learning about this and studying it. That's what we're doing. And the fact that we've got this entire fucking group of people who are just out there, like Glenn Coco over there, fucking making up whatever the fuck they want and saying whatever the fuck that they want and ignoring the experts. Yes, exactly. Some fucking Dunning-Kruger shit. That it's just absolutely fucking ridiculous. I acknowledge the fact that I don't know, but I gladly take the experts and listen to what they have to say. So it's real fucking clear that that's a thing. So, anyways, I don't know. We probably shouldn't dive too deeply into it because I don't know that tag that he got. I'm a little like I don't know. But but anyways, you guys can all look this up on your own because this is very easily Googleable. Also, thank you, Wesley, over on the tube. It says we're still dealing with the party deniers. We'll call them party deniers. In the year of our Lord, Cheez-It Chris 2026. What the fuck? Most of the worst diseases come from animals. much love. Well, much love to you, Wesley. Appreciate you. It's 1:30. It's 1:30. I feel like maybe we should wrap things up. What do you think? Should we wrap things up over here?
Yeah.
I feel like it.
I do have a couple, I think, that I need to read off. Maura, this is from earlier. Thank you for the 2 on Venmo. You said, "You need to be a political science professor. You are absolutely awesome. Free Palestine and fuck Trump." Well, thank you for that. I do very much appreciate that. I've said many times, in a different life, I would be a teacher. Unfortunately, they don't get paid nearly enough, and yeah. But I absolutely love teaching people things. That's like one of those things that, I don't know. It keeps me going. Like, whenever somebody says that I've changed their mind, that one tends to be pretty rare. It's happened a couple times for me. That, that I guess makes me happy. It makes me feel like I'm, not just, I don't know, spinning my wheels. And whenever people say that, I've taught them something, like they've learned something. I love that shit. I love it. Thank you, Redacted, for the 2 on Venmo. You said, "Move ideologically left, message further center right. Most Americans aren't smart enough to tell the difference." I mean, I don't know necessarily message further center right. I would amend that to more populist, which can sometimes come off as being right wing or whatever. I think that Zohran Mamdani is an excellent example of that. I think that Abdul El Sayed is also a fucking awesome example of that. Abdul El Sayed, he boiled it down. His message is, money out of politics, money in your pocket, Medicare for all. That is easy to memorize. You can slap that on a bumper sticker. Everybody can commit that to memory. It is not hard to memorize that, and pretty much everybody is going to be on board with that. You're going to have some people that are going to be like, "Oh, what Medicare for all?" Yeah. Healthcare is a right. You shouldn't have to sit there and worry about if something's in network for you to go and get medical care.
Real quick, I missed this one earlier. It was a little bit ago. I apologize to our friend Jay on the Blue App, who said, "Will you let Glenn know that a woman is someone that will never let him touch them?" I'm sorry. Next time when I get asked that, I will absolutely clap back that way. We are going to wrap up, but real quick, Jacob was here. Hey, bud, what's going on?
Well, it's a very good night. We have the Red Sox winning a 13-inning game, which was absolutely fantastic. I know I DM'd you about that. But also, I don't know if you guys saw this. Mitch McConnell's out of the hospital. Story broke about an hour ago. And he's going to be doing rehab at home, supposedly. We should not have a single politician that's ever in sort of medical rehab. I don't know about you guys, but I think that to this level is just an immediate disqualification. An hour ago is what is the most recent reporting on it.
Well, I think it's just at that age. I think that age is I won't say that we shouldn't ever let anyone be fine, but at that age, get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. There's just no way that you're ever going to be able to come back and do your fucking job. But it's really weird. If he left the hospital, no photo, no video, nothing, so just real strange.
They're trying, because I think if they were to send us a photo, you're going to visually see how sick he is. and then people are going to finally call and say, like, he needs to be out. Like, I saw some brief photos of him walking. Like, the guy looks like there's no color. His hair's, like, it's really bad. Like,
yeah,
I think that's why they're refusing to send photos. It's either that or they're still covering shit up, you know? Which I also think is, just as plausible. But I want to say, Nemo, I completely agree with you about the slogan for Abdul Sayed. I think that is one of the best instances of left wing slogans that like actually work. Because I think a lot of times we have slogans that are either too complicated to understand, aren't simple enough, or aren't powerful enough. And I think this is like literally such a great example of this. We also had 14 wins last night, by the way, across the country. 14 different wins that all got A minuses or A pluses on the political integrity pledge. So pretty crazy.
Good shit. Real quick, and speaking of that, I just wanted to point out, here's our friend of the show, and a fellow creator here on TikTok. That's Victoria for Congress, who won her primary fairly handily. So going to be up in Tennessee's 4th district, and she is going to be up against Scott DeJarlis. That's a mouthful. Also, he looks like a total tool. So if I do say so myself. So it's a very Republican district. She's got an uphill battle, but I strongly encourage you guys to go and support Victoria. And she stands for all the good things, and so let's give her as much of a shot as we can to try to help her win. Like I said, I do believe it's an uphill battle. I'm not going to mince words about it, but you never know. And with the way that certain things have been going, maybe she's got a shot. So let's give her all of the support that we can. Going into November, I think it would be really great. So, with that being said, Erika, thank you for correcting me. It's pronounced Disrole. I don't care. He can fuck off. I don't give a fuck about pronouncing his name right.
That sounds way too foreign for Tennessee.
He'd also probably misgender people. So
yeah,
who gives a fuck?
Yeah, no. Desrelay. Oh yeah, I guess that's anyway. Guys, please make sure that you're following all of us on over here on the TikToks and our backup accounts. Make sure that you're subscribed over on YouTube. It is really, really important to us that you are. If you're over on the tube, it's real easy to hit the subscribe button for me. It's also real easy for you to go right here in the description of the video and go to Nemo's page, and you can just pop over and you can get to him. We are trying so hard to get him up to and over 1,000 subscribers. That's a good number for a number of different reasons, and I'm trying to get over 5,000, close to that number as well. You can also, if you're over here on TikTok with us, links in our link tree to our other social medias. It would be great if you guys can do it. Witchlet, all you have to do is click on Nemo's link tree in his bio or my link tree in my bio. You'll find a link directly to both of our YouTubes, and it would be great if you guys can do it. Nemo also just put his down in the chat. Mine is also the same as my Natives Politics with Matt. So, and I'm going to double check. I think that's all my thank yous. Nemo, do you have any left?
Let me check right quick. I am caught up.
Okay. Looking to see who is on. Our friend Bill is on. We haven't been over to Bill. We've been to Joey recently.
Yeah, we haven't rated Bill at all this week.
No, not this week. So would I make a second channel called Cooking with Matt? I mean, don't I already do that on a regular basis? Don't Oh wait, no. Sure. Maybe I would. So let's go see Bill. I fucking love Bill. He puts a fucking smile on my face. And also he mentioned recently that we need to talk soon. So we're absolutely gonna do it. So I absolutely, he's such a he just puts a fucking smile on my face, that guy. I love the way that he works. So anyways, Jacob, thanks for popping up, bud. Go Sox. Let's keep the train rolling.
Love that dirty water.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
We'll make it happen. But I appreciate you. Let's all go see Bill. I put Christine. I put his at. If you just scroll up, it's just a Bill CHI, like as in Chicago but shortened. So just a Bill CHI. So let's all go in. Let's give him the raid. Also, please make sure that you're in Nemo's Discord and that you are that you've joined up, because even if you are following him, a lot of times late at night, one of the mods is going to pop up an announcement and be like, Nemo's on here doing this or blah blah blah, and that's always a good way to find out that he's just randomly fucking somewhere, even if your TikTok app isn't open. So join up on the Discord. Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow afternoon with our friend Erika, and you never